Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the NFL Draft live stream plus reactions, where I will give you an insight on every single draft picks, trades, every moves that will be happening throughout the night. Anything can happen tonight. Trade, surprises, reaches, I'll have instant reactions, then the TV broadcasts. So let's talk about what we expect to happen tonight. There will be a lot of trades because this draft class is not that perfect than you think. A lot of teams will probably have 4 or 5 players on first round grade. So you do not know what's about to happen. So there will be trades tonight. Let's talk about the Las Vegas Raiders. As we all know, the expectation is they will take the quarterback Fernando Mendoza from the Las Vegas Raiders. Um, Fernando Mendoza, he won the Heisman Trophy and went undefeated in Indiana, helped Indiana win the national championship. So the expectation is the Raiders, they need a franchise QB, and the expectation is Fernando Mendoza will go number one overall. But basically, the draft basically begins at number three overall with the Cardinals. There are so many rumors as to what the Cardinals will do with the number three pick. There's a possibility they could stay put and take the best player available, or they could trade back and bring the teams up and make a trade back and for to the teams that want to move up to number three. Or they can stay put. That's the Cardinals. But let's talk about the Jets. The Jets have two first round picks in tonight's draft, the second pick and the 16th pick. The Jets, what are they going to do in tonight's draft with the second pick? Are they going to take the Texas Tech pass rusher David Bailey or Ohio State pass rusher Arvell Reese? That's the biggest question as to what the Jets are going to do. For the New York Giants, they have the fifth and 10th pick. How did they get the 10th pick in this tonight's draft? Well, they got the 10th pick because they traded Dexter Lawrence to the Cincinnati Bengals. Because Dexter Lawrence, he want nothing to do, but he wants out of New York. So with the new head coach John Harbaugh and general manager Joe Shane remaining as the team general manager, it's a new era of Giants football. But the biggest question is, what is going to happen tonight? We'll find out shortly. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NFL Draft live stream, and let's get the draft started. I'm sorry, everyone, if I was muted. Let's talk about the draft tonight. The Giants have two first round picks, the fifth and 10th overall pick. How come? The Giants traded Dexter Lawrence to the Cincinnati Bengals to net an extra first rounder tonight's draft. So, with the fifth and 10th pick in the draft, the Giants have a lot of value with those picks. Like they can do anything they want. So, basically, let's make a prediction. I'm predicting with the fifth pick, the Giants will select safety Caleb Downs from Ohio State. That's my number one first prediction. With the 10th pick, I will like them to see them address right guard. And I want them to draft Penn State guard Vega Ion, one of the best, safest draft prospects in the entire class. So, ladies and gentlemen, the 2026 NFL Draft is officially open. Let's get to it. The Las Vegas Raiders are now officially on the clock. The Raiders are not picking Ty Simpson. You know that. The expectation is they will pick Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza. Also, make sure you like and subscribe. We're going all night with full coverage of the 2026 NFL Draft, which is basically going to be about 30 hours or so. I will take a break in between, but we'll talk. I have this book called The Beast. This is the 2026 NFL Draft Guide, basically for every single draft prospects, their pros, their cons, their strengths, weaknesses, their draft combine numbers, uh, like who they are as a player. So I will be reading through the draft guide. We'll see how it goes tonight, and if everything goes according to plan, I might do a live stream tomorrow night. So the NFL made the change, and the change is that instead of having teams make 10 minutes to make a decision, they decided to trim it down by 2 minutes. So every teams will have 8 minutes to decide their pick. I will be on my phone going through every potential trades, anything, and I will provide it to you guys as we go throughout the night. It looks like somebody's on the phone having a good time with John Spytek right now. And this is how we are probably learning it's going down. Kurt Warner is with us right now. Kurt, I learned this fact when you were kind enough to appear on my show today, that a young quarterback, as he was getting set to play for Cal before he went to Indiana, reached out to you and showed up at your house to work out. His name was Fernando Mendoza. All right, so the Raiders have 4.5 minutes to make their official pick. But as we all know who's going number one overall. There's no speculation as to what the Raiders are going to do. So we know the answer to it. There's certain things that I look for that I think can transfer to the next level. And the first thing is accuracy. He stands out with his accuracy. A lot of times, tall, lengthy guys struggle with that part of it. He's very compact. Diego Pavia is not the best quarterback in the draft class. He's probably like the seventh or eighth best QB in the draft class. He's not even close to being the best QB in the draft class. Come on. And just so you know, I do have the Yankees Red Sox game on right now. The good news is Yankees are 4-2 in the top of the eighth. They're going for the sweep in 6 in a row. So let's go Yanks. But tonight we'll be entirely focused on the NFL draft. And right, I will give you update. All right, the pick is in. The Las Vegas Raiders pick is in. I have the Beast, the 2026 NFL Draft Guide sitting on my lap, ready to go. I won't read every single detail that is in this book. I will go through every important details. So as you know, Tom Brady is a part owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. So yeah, I mean Tom Brady's the Giants beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl back in 2007 and 2011. We own Tom Brady. Once the once the pick is in, I will read some details. All right, here comes the commissioner, Roger Goodell. He is about to hit the podium and announce the first pick.
With the first pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza.
There it is, as expected, and as expected for the last 3 months or so, since the start of the college football season last year. The Las Vegas Raiders is picking quarterback Fernando Mendoza with the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. Fernando Mendoza came from Indiana, where he was a 1-year star. He won the Heisman Trophy, and he led the team to a national championship. Before Fernando, he's tall, good-sized athlete with adequate build and body strength. Quickly lines himself up to targets with snappy load and release. He throws with a high level anticipation and ball replacement. And he's very smart pre snap. He understands where to attack in vulnerable matchups. So those are basically, yes, Mendoza is number 1 overall pick. He will be heading to the Las Vegas Raiders. The New York Jets are officially on the clock. They have 4.5 minutes to make a pick. Who do you want the Jets to take? That's my question. Any Jets fans out there, who would you like the Jets to pick in this with the second pick in the draft?
A national championship, and now you're the first overall pick in the NFL draft. How have the last 5 months changed your life?
The last 5 months has been such a blessing by God, and I can't thank him enough. I'm just looking forward to get to work, prove at the next level. College was fantastic. I'm so blessed to have that career, but now I step into a great game of the NFL. Look forward to proving and earning it every single day.
You're going to the Las Vegas Raiders. What excites you the most about this opportunity?
What a great organization, great legacy. There's so many.
The number 1 pick is Fernando Mendoza to the Las Vegas Raiders. The actual draft starts now with the Jets on the clock. 3.5 minutes left to make the pick. Is it going to be Texas Tech pass rusher David Bailey, or is it going to be Ohio State pass rusher Arvo Reese? Who will the Jets pick with the number 2 overall pick?
Believes that is the way to have long-term success
So likely Cousins early and hopefully throughout the season. All right, now it's time for the rest of the draft to start.
The Jets now have 3 minutes to make a pick. That's probably not a lot of time for them to make a pick. If I have to guess, they have a tough pick to decide between David Bailey or Arvell Reese.
Is ticking down under 3 minutes. Who do you think it's going to be? Well, I've been saying David Bailey. Much was made about his visit getting canceled to the Jets. We're going to find out if that visit was important or not here pretty quick. CD. I would think that they already.
All right, the New York Jets have officially turned in their pick. The pick is officially in. Who will the New York Jets take with the second pick in the 2026 NFL Draft?
So do you want to draft a player for the future, or do you want to draft a player for next September? I think that's the question. Well, the pick is in, and again, to give you an idea of how fast this first round is going to go, Arizona's already 30 seconds into their time, and there could be a trade in the offing. We don't know, because as soon as the Jets make the pick, Arizona and the rest of the league is alerted as to who has been taken. So,
just waiting for Commissioner Roger Goodell to hit the podium and announce the pick. I will give you an instant reaction as to what I think about the Jets pick.
That's not just a coverage issue, and that's what this pick is going to be meant to address. What were they in sacks last year? 31st. So there is a direct correlation. When the front doesn't pressure enough, the back is under siege. Yeah, so the Jets choosing second overall. And the top 30 visit being canceled, we'll find out if that really did have anything to do with their choice. That could have just been in the oven. It's baked. He's a clean kid. David Bailey is graduated from Stanford, and there's no issue. He graduated from Stanford in 3 years. He already went to the pro day. It isn't with him at the pro day, but it was a big story. So we'll find out. And the Jets are choosing 16th overall. They might have been using their top 30 to figure out that pick a little bit more. With the second overall pick, the first question mark of this draft, and the domino effect that will tumble.
All right, Roger Goodell is hitting the podium right now.
With the second pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select David Bailey.
Oh, wow. Wow. With the number 2 overall pick.
Is this the power pick?
Stop! Get out. In the NFL Draft, the New York Jets have selected pass rusher David Bailey from Texas Tech. I'm kind of stunned. To be honest, I was thinking it was going to be Arvell Reese from Ohio State. Because there in a lot of mock drafts that I read online, Arvell Reese would be the Jets pick. But as of recently, the Jets canceled a top 30 visit with David Bailey, meaning I had a feeling that the Jets already made a decision and they would end up with Arvell Reese. But you know what? In my opinion, I think Arvell Reese is a better pass rusher than David Bailey is. Let's go to the Beast so I can read. Well, I have to find the position. All right. All right, David Bailey. He's the 7th overall ranked best player in the NFL Draft. He's about almost 23 years old. In the combine, he ran 4.5 miles an hour, 4.5 seconds. Okay, let's talk about the strengths of David Bailey. David Bailey, he's long and lean, with shredded body mass and thickness in the thighs and bubble. He's an explosive athlete who has first step burst and speed to win the corner. Blockers are so worried about his feet, they're late to defend his sudden hands and long arm moves. Let's talk about the weakness. He has inconsistent instincts and hand use for quick shreds. He needs to become more skilled in rush counters, spin attempts, and move to move transitions. So not, I mean, it was a tough decision for the Jets, in my opinion. Um, yeah. So I mean, I wish David Bailey the best of luck in New York as he plays for the Jets. Yeah. Also, in the 2025 college football season, he had 14 and a half sacks, 79 pressure, which is second among best in the FBS. Okay. The Arizona Cardinals are on the clock and they have less than 3 minutes to make a pick, but there have been a lot of rumors as to what they're going to do. There's a lot of like trade down scenarios or if they're going to stay put. So the biggest question is, what are the Cardinals going to do? Are they going to stay put and make a pick, or are they going to trade back to a team that needs a pass rusher?
Decision making. And this is, again, Bailey being the first pick, the first stone thrown in the draft pond here, the ripple effects with Arvell Reese, maybe Jeremiah Love. Look at this beautiful shot. Wow. Aerial that we have, the home of the Pirates in the foreground, the home of the Steelers in the draft home.
Okay, the Arizona Cardinals looks like they're going to stay put. According to sources, the Arizona Cardinals will not trade back. They will stay put. And if I have to guess, I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to take the best player available. You should know who the best player available is.
And they did make effort to improve the offensive line, getting Isaac Samalo, who's going to play left guard next to Paris Johnson. I think Gallup holds a good center for them. They're getting more play out of Isaiah Adams, Elijah Wilkinson. But Joel made the point earlier tonight, and I've concurred with it all the way through. This is shades of Christian McCaffrey. That if we put him
all right, the pick is in. The Cardinals have officially made the decision to stay put, and the pick is in.
That's going to be interesting there because Arvell Reese is still sitting there as a big time player, and sometimes you just don't turn down. Best player available still applies, but to Jeremiah Love, I've advocated for this for a while. I think it's something they've got to consider strongly. I would be fascinated to see what they do at the quarterback position later tonight or even tomorrow and trying to address that position because this is one thing that you don't always talk about. You draft a running back like Jeremiah Love. Let's say that's the pick. Are they built for him to succeed right away? I think that would be a question at Arizona. But one thing I do know, if that's the pick, he's going to help you be a better offense because of all the things that he can do and how explosive he is with the football in his hands. You just don't get guys that can score that many touchdowns from anywhere on the field.
What do you tell Arvell Reese? Come to us and go hunt the reigning MVP and the reigning Super Bowl champs and the San Francisco 49ers.
Nick Rallis, the defense coordinator, is very creative.
And those are three.
If I have to guess, I'm predicting that the Cardinals are going to select Jeremiah Love. That's my prediction. I think that's going to be the pick because I think the Cardinals want to take the best player available. They do need a running back because they have James Connors and Trey Benson. James Connors, he's aging, and Trey Benson, he's not that good. So the Cardinals need a better running back. All right, Roger Goodell coming on the podium, and here is the Cardinals pick.
2 minutes into their time on the clock.
With the third pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Jeremiah Love.
All right.
Running back.
Okay, I kind of called it. I called it. The Arizona Cardinals will be selecting running back Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame with the third overall pick. Now I'm kind of getting scared because I fear that the Titans might select one of the Ohio State defensive players. So I am nervous. here.
They're going to be excited when they put Jeremiah Love on the field
with some of the other pieces they have in place.
Let's talk about Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love. He's one of the best in this draft class. He's one of the best offensive playmakers in this draft class. He can play running back. He can play receiver. He can basically do anything he wants. He had a 6.9 yards per rush in 2025, which is fourth among best in FBS. 137.7 scrimmage yard per game in 2025, which is also fourth among the best. And he had, in the last 2 seasons, 40 total touchdowns. So let's talk about the top 3 picks. As expected, the Raiders have selected Fernando Mendoza, quarterback from Indiana. With the second pick, the Jets selected David Bailey, the pass rusher from Texas Tech. And with the third pick just now, the Arizona Cardinals have decided to select Jeremiah Love, running back from Notre Dame.
To the Raiders and didn't have this breakout rookie year because the pieces weren't there in front of him. May ask the same question about the Cardinals, but the beauty of Jeremiah Love, as the guys were talking about, is it's about getting him touches. It's about getting him out in space. It's about him being the Deshaun Robinson or Christian McCaffrey, and he gives them that different dynamic and make the game easier on the quarterback. If that's a young quarterback or one of the guys they have.
No, I'm kind of shocked to see that Ohio State pass rusher Arvo Reese still on the board through 4 picks now. I mean, let's see what happens. The Tennessee Titans are officially on the clock right now, so let's see what happens. And just so you know, the Yankees are up 4-2 in the top of the ninth. They're 3 outs away from a sweep.
And you don't take him if you're the Arizona Cardinals and money out for it, unless you're thinking we have a plan to address the quarterback position and get people around him. Jeremiah Love has Hall of Fame talent. That's why he's taken at number 3.
And let's see things to roll up on the stage with Jeremiah Love.
Jeremiah, your dad was your first ever coach. He's instilled so much confidence in you over the years. How special is this night and this moment for the two of you?
It's very special. You know, my dad was the first person.
I think Jeremiah Love is a great pick for the Cardinals because, I'm pretty sure that there were a lot of trade offers being proposed to the Cardinals for teams interested in moving up and potentially take over Reese. But I think the Cardinals made a smart choice to stay put and take the best player available, which is the best player in the draft in Jeremiah Love. The Tennessee Titans have officially made the pick. The biggest question is who are they going to take? In many mock drafts, I had them going Jeremiah Love, but he's now taken off the board. So let's see what happens with the 4th pick in the draft. The Giants are on the clock since the Titans pick is in. The New York Giants are officially on the clock.
He had more risk than other players. They did more tests. They got his scans in Notre Dame. No additional issues. He is fine and now off the board.
So meanwhile, in the Tennessee draft room, you got to be thinking Brian Daboll, the new OC, is like, oh man. And then the defensive side of the ball, the Robert Sala's like, oh, we have a choice between Arvo Reese and Sonny Styles. Is that what we have? Right in foot. That's basically it, right?
Yeah, well, I don't see Cam Ward in there either. I'm sure he'd like to weigh in on this subject.
Yeah, I bet.
To me, I thought if Love got there, then that was going to be a realistic conversation of Love versus whichever of these Ohio State defenders was there. Now they've got both Ohio State defenders there. There are needs on offense. They got 4 picks later on, so they're going to try to get one of these Ohio State Buckeyes to plug in and help this defense with Robert Saleh, and then try and get that offensive player a little bit later on in the draft.
Your best guess who it might be?
I've been saying Sonny Styles was put on this earth to play in Robert Saleh's defense. He's a perfect fit.
Interesting, which would leave Arvo Reese for the Giants, who are on the clock right now.
All right. So, like I said, the Titans officially have a pick. And so Let's see what happens.
8 minutes per team. So the commissioner's getting his steps in. I think his ring is probably already full, right?
All right, Roger Goodell is on the podium about to announce the Titans pick. Here we go.
With the fourth pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Carnell Tate.
What?
Wide receiver.
What? What? Oh my God. The Tennessee Titans have selected Carnell Tate, wide receiver, Ohio State. I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. Wow. I did not see that coming. Wow. That's that. I mean, Carnell Tate, I didn't think he was going to be in the top 5. I thought he was going to be in like mid first round. I mean, a little outside of top 5. I like to teams like the Kansas City Chiefs or New Orleans Saints or Washington Commanders. I thought he was going to go to one of those teams that needs a wide receiver. So, ladies and gentlemen, the New York Giants are on the clock. Here we go. The G-Men are on the clock. This is interesting. Who are they going to pick? They have 3 choices. And they're all Ohio State defensive players. Arvell Reese, Caleb Downs, or Sonny Styles. If I were the Giants, I think they should get Sonny Styles because he had a 2.2% missed tackles in 2025. And the Giants need a run stopper. But I will take whoever the best player available. If the Giants trade down, then the Giants should get a 3rd round pick.
He might not have been the best wide receiver on his team, Joel, but he's the best wide receiver in this draft. Well, that's only because the guy that's going to walk across that stage next year first was his teammate, Jeremiah Smith. I tell you, Carnell Tate is exceptional. He's an exceptional young man.
I think the Giants should take Arvell Reese because he is absolutely the best defensive player in the entire draft class. Best defensive player in the draft class. So I am rooting for the Giants to get Arvell Reese because he should have been taken by the Jets. He should have been taken by the Cardinals. He should have been taken by the Titans. And now it's sitting in the Giants' lap. He is sitting in the Giants' lap. So let's go. Let's get Arvell Reese, boys. Let's get him. Ready? Let's get ready. Let's get Arvell Reese. Let's go, baby.
Be prepared to go into the film room with Cam Ward at 5 a.m. each and every day, because that's how Cam operates. You want to get on his good side, show up early, be there, get adjusted, and off they go. A bit of a surprise, but Tennessee has to get more explosive. Carnell Tate helps him get there.
The Giants pick is in.
The Giants pick is officially in. Let's go. Let's go. The Giants pick is in. Who are we taking? Who are we taking here? I'm getting excited. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm getting excited. I'm hoping it's Arvell Reese. I'm hoping it's Arvell Reese because he's the beast. He is the beast. He's the best linebacker in the entire draft class. He is the beast. So he can play edge. He can play linebacker. He can play anything. He can play all over the field. He is the best linebacker in the entire draft class, I will say. So here we go. Almost time.
I know she'd be so proud tonight, Carnell. Congratulations.
All right, and during that interview, the Giants made their pick, and the Chiefs traded up to 6. The Browns have swapped spots with the Kansas City Chiefs. Wow. So that's
All right, looks like we are going to a commercial break. So that once we get back, the Giants pick will be.
Small business days are coming, and we're here at Patty's Diner. Ever since Patty's Mango Cheesecake went viral, business has been booming. Patty looks to find her rhythm as the plates keep moving, and the orders are not slowing down. Here comes the Verizon business expert. She's bringing support, special offers, and everything this business needs. Nice assist. It's a great day to be a small business. Verizon Small Business Days are coming. Score a meeting with an expert today. Lowe's knows tackling projects now means you can football Sunday.
He needs to up his ground game.
Well, we can measure it.
Measure?
Lowe's can measure and install it for you.
You can't measure passion, right, Jim? Stop trying to work the crew. This is Jim, one of the greats, and handsome.
The highbrow entrepreneur in a lowbrow hoodie. A smart guy saying he's so smart he doesn't need to dress smart. It's a classic power move. But the real power move? Having predictive modeling to help prevent supply chain issues before they happen.
You heard there's going to be a shipping delay? FedEx rerouted it. Oh, good. Cool.
Sick.
FedEx, the new power move.
Can I get a Bud Light? Sorry, the bar's not open yet. Oh, it's not for me. It's for the bride. She said, can I get the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light? Her words, not mine. She actually wants
Jordan Tyson.
All those deviled eggs, too.
I'm going to say,
Taste the Bud Light.
I mean, he's a good wide receiver, but he's too injury prone. He gets hurt all the time. And I will say this, if the Giants take him, I will be pissed off. If the Giants take him at 10, I will be pissed off. Like, he should be in the later rounds. That's my guess.
Kind of a niche skill set, but I believe in you. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
And this is from the woman over there.
You just earned 5% cash back on that. Also, if I start a condo line, will you join?
Earn 5% cash back in different categories each quarter on up to $1,500 in purchases when you activate.
Sorry, bud. Not while I read. Hey, who let the dogs out?
Spruce, a new weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees for dead weeds in just one day. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly.
Turn the off
I mean, I hate commercials. I'm not a big fan of commercials, but yeah, yeah, dude. Let's hope. So if the Giants select the best player available, like someone like Arvell Reese, who's basically edge, then I could very well see Kayvon Thibodeau get traded for possibly a mid-round pick. So let's see what happens. All right, the draft coverage is back on. And Roger Goodell is about to hit the podium.
That's when the Chiefs traded up from 9 to 6. And again, they gave up a 3 and a 5 in this year's draft to do it. The Commanders are on the clock.
All right, here comes Roger Goodell.
As the Giants pick with some guests.
In partnership with the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, TAPS, one of the NFL's Salute to Service partners, we are honored to recognize the surviving family of United States Army Major Paul C. Volke. Major Volke sustained tragic.
Come on, Goodell, please announce the pick, will ya? Please announce the pick, will ya?
And their two sons, Andrew and Benjamin. Major Volke was raised in the Hudson Valley and was a lifelong fan of the New York Giants, a tradition he proudly passed on to his
I'm kind of getting bored with Roger Goodell reading whatever crap it is. I just want him to announce the pick. So here we go. He has someone announcing the pick for us.
With the 5th overall pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Football Giants select Arvell Reese, linebacker from the...
Let's go! Let's go! Arvell Reese, baby! Oh, yeah! I love it. I love this pick. Best defensive player available in the entire draft class. I love this pick, baby. The John Harbaugh era is officially underway. Let's go. John Harbaugh has officially made his first pick as a Giants head coach, and it's Arvell Reese. Let's go. I can't wait for next season. Oh, we have a major trade. We have a major trade. The Kansas City Chiefs is moving up and will be officially on the clock. So the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns have made a trade. The Kansas City Chiefs will get the 6th pick in the draft, while the Cleveland Browns will move back and pick at number 9. They will also get 2 additional picks, which is the 74th pick and the 141st pick. So there's the trade, first trade of the night. Now let's talk about the New York Giants. 5th pick, overall pick. They decided to go with Arvo Reese. Arvo Reese is by far the best edge pass rusher linebacker. Like he's explosive in both movements, and he has the ability to generate power. He shows impressive burst and flexibility as pass rusher, which allows him to get win the high side and flat into the quarterback. He's got violent hands as take on player. Uses long arms to stay detached on the edges, and he is hard to find missed or overrun tackle attempts based off of the 2025 tapes. So I will say I love this pick. I love this move. This is the really good pick.
In the run game, and then you want to bluff a little bit here. We're not dropping in coverage. We're going to add on to this rush and get Arch Manning on the ground. There is a ton of.
I absolutely love it. That's why I will say.
At that pro day, John Harbaugh looking at him, CD. I think he saw something he liked there in that pro day.
Oh, there's no question about it. He's a giant now, and he's going to want to play like a giant. And Joel, I think you really hit on it. Have him be positionless. It'd be interesting how they dole out the assignments for him. They get them wrapped up before he gets on to the next thing.
Time for Welcome to Prime Time, presented by Nationwide.
Did you see my comment?
No, there's so many comments.
Oh, you're so popular.
It's fine. What'd you say?
Nothing. I was just joking.
How am I doing so far? Good. This is better than. You want to come say hello?
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, that was my sister.
Did you hear about the senior assassin?
Hmm?
Did you hear about the senior assassin?
Yes, I did. What happened? You got
They were
out?
at our house. No, I'm still in.
Yeah, I saw. There were 3 police. All right, let's resume. I'm sorry. We got a trade. So the Browns have 3rd and 5th round pick, including the 9th overall pick from the Kansas City Chiefs for the 6th overall pick. So the Chiefs is on the clock and their pick is in.
An offensive tackle has not gone yet. They could get the first offensive tackle off the board. Some really good options for an aggressive Kansas City team.
Meanwhile, the Washington Commanders took almost all 8 of their minutes to make the.
So, I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, I don't know who the Giants are going to take with the.
The New Orleans Saints 8th overall are taking their allotted time right now under.
You can former Giants GM Ernie Acossi, he once said, "You can never have enough pass rushers." So I love this pick. Okay, the Kansas City Chiefs pick is in, and Roger Goodell is announcing.
The Kansas City Chiefs select Mansour Delane, defensive back, LSU.
All right, so with the 6th pick in the draft, the Kansas City Chiefs is selecting cornerback Mansour Delane from LSU.
Yeah, and this is something you might want to get used to. In 2022, the Chiefs selected 5 defensive backs when they had some holes to fill. This was clearly the top guy.
especially because there's some uncertainty around Jermon McCoy's knee. I think because of that, they felt the need they needed to get.
I kind of like the pick because the Kansas City Chiefs badly needed corner because this offseason they traded Trent McDuffie to the Los Angeles Rams.
And I'm glad you addressed why, because a lot of people would look at it and say, you might have been able to stick at 9 and get him. That was the thing about
Yeah, there's
mock drafts. But DJ articulated so well.
yeah, there's no Virginia Tech players that are gonna get drafted. I don't know which prospects are Virginia Tech, but I highly doubt they're going to get drafted. So yeah, now I unfortunately can't show the draft because of a copyright issue. So all I can say is I'll tell you every picks that the teams make, and I'll explain about them. Also, the Yankees won, sweeping the Red Sox. I have to update my Instagram story with the highlights.
I see some similarities here. He is always in phase, very sticky in man coverage. You referenced this game against Clemson, CD. You couldn't slip a piece of paper between him and the receivers in that game. He was out.
So the Yankees have won 6 in a row.
And he can close the space. He ran in the high 4.3s, and that shows up. If you want to use any type of scheme zone, no problem. He's going to see it and trust his eyes, break on the ball, and go make a play. So McDuffie was incredibly smart as a football player, and they just added another incredibly smart DB to replace him. Yeah, he clues really well, doesn't he? Sees it.
So right now, the Washington Commanders officially have their pick, and they have the 7th pick in the draft. So the Giants will be on the clock again in 3 picks.
Hunter, you just said, wow, this is crazy. The Chiefs traded up to get you. What did they tell you about why you were so important to them?
So really just the way I play the game, this confidence they have in me, they weren't really on me too much in this process, but they said they just wanted to keep it quiet and make that sneak move, and they made the best move in the draft, so I'm excited.
You were once a little boy dreaming of this very night where you would become an NFL player. What would that little boy say now?
Man, don't stop now. Don't stop now. You got what you dreamed of, but man,
let's see how the draft board looks like. What the draft board looks like after the 6th pick. I'm hoping that the Commanders, Saints, Browns. I'm hoping they pick a wide receiver because those 3 teams need a wide receiver. I'm hoping one of them takes Jordan Tyson because I hate Jordan Tyson. I just don't like him. He's a good player, no doubt. He could be an Odell Beckham type of wide receiver, but he's too injury prone.
Well, the Commanders, the hosts of next year's draft, slated to be held on the Washington Mall, by the way, have their latest pick in right now in the hands of the commissioner, and he's got some gold jackets with him. The boss, Lynn Swan, coming on out here are the Commanders' selection, and the Browns are currently on the clock.
I can't find it. All right, found the clicker.
The Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award, presented by Nationwide, is awarded to one player each year and celebrates the founding.
All right, so the Commanders are on the clock. I just have to press it to.
Celebrates their profound impact on and off the field. I'm joined on stage by former winners Lynn Swan and Jerome Bettis.
Who are the Commanders picking? I'm hoping it's not Styles. Actually, we have Reese. I'm hoping it's not Downs. Fingers crossed.
On behalf of the Payton family and Nationwide, I encourage players drafted this week to make their community and the league a better place.
All right, here we go.
With the 7th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Sonny Styles.
Okay, since the Giants selected Irvel Reese, With the 5th pick, the Washington Commanders is selecting linebacker Sonny Styles from Ohio State. I'm okay with that.
Kirk won a Super Bowl with. And there's Lorenzo Jr., who we're expecting to hear his name from the podium at some point this week.
I need Caleb Downs to fall to 10, but I'm worried about. Even though Bill Carter just tweeted Arvel with the fire emoji, and he said we about to be crazy with the yawn and fire emoji. So the New Orleans Saints are officially on the board. I am hoping for the Saints or the Browns to pick Jordan Tyson wide receiver because I do not want the Jordan Tyson to the Giants. No chance. No way. No way.
What's going through your mind as you see the kid of a guy you won the Super Bowl with getting emotional walking to the stage being drafted?
And it starts with obviously how old we are, but really cool to see.
Arvel Reese is only 20 years old. I love it. I love it. I love that he's only. I love it. I love the pick.
He's very good in the pass game. He's got tremendous instincts, tremendous length. He can play on any and every down. I think he is going to be a superstar in this league.
So I congrats to Sonny Styles. You are a Washington Commander.
This is a guy that can play, and his switch from safety to linebacker was so seamless, and that just shows you his athleticism and his instincts. He did it well the first year. He really made the jump the second year. Remember who coached him there? Jim Florinitis, who's a heck of a linebacker himself, a 3-time All-American at Ohio State.
Yeah, there's a lot of notifications that I need to go through and retweet on Twitter of the Giants pick. I mean, I gotta look. To be honest, I did not kind of see Arvel Reese pick coming, but to be honest, he was the best player. Why do I have a Patriots sign behind me? Because I have a brother who is a Patriots, and I have a brother and sister who is a Patriots fan. As you can see, I am a Giants fan. I'm the.
What should Commanders fans know about what they're getting in you?
Oh man.
So the New Orleans Saints are on the board. I wonder who they're gonna pick. They need a wide receiver. They need someone to. We need he. The Saints need someone to.
You have now been drafted. Your brother Lorenzo will be drafted this weekend. What do you remember about being
Have a wide receiver for quarterback Tyler. So, okay. According to sources, Adam Schefter, he just said, despite drafting Arvel Reese, the Giants do not intend to trade defensive end Kayvon Thibodeau per sources. So it looks like Kayvon Thibodeau will remain a Giant on a one-year deal, and then he'll probably walk. He'll probably walk next to free agency next season, next off season.
100 years ago, no one would insure cars for military members, so they did it themselves. A group of 20.
So we have officially hit the commercial break, so I'm gonna mute for a sec, and then I will come back.
to start your new
Another thought about RVs. He's a tank. He's only 20 years old. Got tons of upside. He can play multiple positions, not just an edge pass rusher. He can play linebacker. He can play along the defensive line. I will say that I think he's going to be amazing for the Giants. The Giants just simply took the best player available off the board, and the positional value is just very much there.
Instead of building new ways for machines to talk to people, Chase is building new places for people to talk to people.
Hi, welcome in.
Hi.
With tech that's actually helpful and 5,000 branches in 48 states. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Wake up! It's time to talk football! What a throw! What a catch! The beast has been released!
I have the Saints. I think they're going to take a wide receiver, and then the Browns, who have the 9th pick, that they just made a trade with the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they're going to take offensive tackle.
An inch to the right. My right or your right?
Whoa, that tinfoil is gonna spark. That's why I'm doing it. I had a feeling.
If Caleb Down somehow falls to 10, the Giants better take him. The Giants better take him.
For 24 hours straight, 24 chefs compete against the clock and each other for 24 time-tested challenges. Who will have the creativity, skills, stamina to be the last chef standing? Season premiere 24 and 24, Sunday, April 26th at 8 on Food Network.
Time for a green room built by Lowe's. And in there, a bunch of prospects still over here.
I mean, I will be honest.
Being one of those. Will hear his name in short order. The Dolphins, the Jets, still to be making an announcement. There's 2 picks in the shoot. Now officially 3, because the Giants just made the 10th overall pick. We're 3 picks behind. Come on, people.
This feels like day 3.
All right, Roger Goodell has hit the podium.
With the 8th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft.
Please, I want Caleb Downs. I mean, if they take an offensive tackle, all right, the Saints are taking a wide receiver, Jordan Tyson from Arizona State. Thank God. Thank God the Giant. He's not on the board for the Giant when the Giants pick. I mean, he's a good wide receiver, but he gets hurt a lot.
Receiving core, really Chris Olave, and they need some more firepower, and that's what they get with Jordan Tyson, someone who, when you look at his quickness, his ability to get in and out of breaks, he's got the most juice. He's not necessarily going to run the fastest 40, but he's just got so much twitch. You see it. You can see him get inside, outside. He's real sudden in his routes. Look how quick he's able to get up to top speed and then track the ball really naturally over the shoulder down the field for a home run. How about the ability to just hover in the air, just floating in the air against Baylor in this game? I had to rewatch that about 5 or 6 times. And then again, once the ball goes up, he's able to snatch it and pull it away down in the red zone. The conversation has been not about his ability, it's been about his durability. He's just had injuries each and every year. So if the Saints can keep him out there and keep him healthy, man, that's going to be a fun one to run with him a lot.
A lot of those were football injuries, and you feel like he's healed up from that and not nagging things. At least people are hoping. That's kind of the conversation that I was having with some of the folks. But boy, when he's healthy, he can absolutely go get it. And he's so dynamic. Plus, he knows how to be the focal point of the offense, CD. At Arizona State, everyone knew the ball was going to Jordan Tyson. He still created space. He still made catches, made first downs, and you can see the emotion just pouring over him as he's making this walk.
Yeah, it takes a knee in the walk as he just overcomes him.
You know, this was right when he saw the Saints logo.
That's cool.
That's when it really hit him, I think, at that point. Here's the other part, too, Joel, to your point about him understanding being the focal point of the offense. Doesn't have to be. Chris Olave will be right away. He will find his way to fit in, and they have a very mature quarterback. This is not an age joke about Tyler Shuck, who came in and established himself the second half of last year.
Well, in the green room, apparently he was passing the time watching his brother Jalen take on the Toronto Raptors in Game 3 of their first-round playoff series.
To be honest, Jordan Tyson looks like a dude that could crumble under New York lights.
He would have done 9th overall, but he was one pick away from potentially joining his brother in the same city. But I can also imagine it hasn't been easy.
The Cleveland Browns are on the clock.
Red flags and conversations about his availability. That's part of the emotions I'm sure that was overcoming him when he was getting out of there.
I'm sure that's part of it. I think a lot of this is word choice. To me, you have a fair criticism to say there's times where he's not physical at the line of scrimmage or physical to finish a catch. That's not questioning someone's toughness. That's not what that is. And with the injuries, you can't control that. That has nothing to do with toughness either. I heard the toughness word getting thrown out there, and that's not what back went through that Tyler Shuck.
Well, he is a New Orleans Saint.
Jordan, you're out here singing. We saw you overcome with emotion as you were making the walk. What were you thinking in those moments?
I'm just so thankful, so blessed. The Lord's doing work on me. He's not done. We're just going to keep this thing rolling. I'm going to give him my all, and that's all I can do.
What can you say to those out there who may deal with adversity, injuries in this game, some of the things that you've handled about perseverance?
The Lord said it's going to be hard. You have to persevere. Life is not easy. Keep going, boy. You got it. You strong. I promise you, you're so strong. Just keep going. You got it.
Congratulations.
All right, 3 minutes and change on the clock for the Miami Dolphins with the 11th overall pick. The Giants' 10th overall pick has been in for quite some time. And the boos that you're hearing in Pittsburgh are for the Cleveland Browns.
All right, the Cleveland Browns pick is in.
Popped up on the stage.
Got a feeling that the Cleveland Browns. I got a feeling that the New York Giants are gonna go with an offensive lineman because they basically need a right guard. But they basically need a right guard. So I could very well see the Giants take a player that they need with the 10th pick.
The last time a tackle went this late in the first round was 2019 when there were none taken in the first 20 picks. So we'll see if the 9th overall pick ends that drought right here. As we see.
All right, Roger Goodell is coming to the podium. Who are the Cleveland Browns taking with the number 10 with the number 9 overall pick in the 2026 NFL draft?
The Cleveland Browns select Spencer Bono.
The Cleveland Browns are selecting offensive tackle Spencer Fano from Utah. He is the first offensive lineman off the board.
With him, but then his arms magically grew, got to 33 inches, the same as Rashawn Slater, who's the highest paid tackle in football. So there's not as much concern there anymore. He's got excellent intelligence and awareness. You can see it display. He also has some nastiness to be able to drive and finish when you get outside in the run game. And then out in space, you want to throw screens, you want to pull him. He's more than capable of doing that. We saw him at the combine put on an absolute show with his workouts. So this is a very athletic guy, and this is a full rebuild this offseason for the Cleveland Browns offensive line.
All right, it's time for best available.
All right, the Giants are on the clock. My prediction is they're going offensive tackle. I will love Caleb Downs, But I think the best case scenario would be to take the offensive tackle.
The Jets chose David Bailey. The Cardinals took Jeremiah Levin. The Titans took Cornell Tate.
Because I think a lot of offensive linemen are going to be taken off the board. So I think this is the best time for the Giants to knock it out of the park and get the best tackle available. So, with the 10th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select
In the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Francis.
the Giants are selecting offensive lineman Francis Mauigoa out of Miami. I like this pick because he's one of I think he is one of the best offensive linemen in the draft class, and I think he's a 2025 first team AP All American. I mean, he's a great player. There's a possibility the Giants can move him to guard because the Giants need right guard. So I think he could play right guard. He started all 42 games at right tackle. So the biggest question right now is what are the Giants going to do with Jermaine and Liminor? Are they going to move Liminor to right guard, or are they going to have them Francis Mauigoa play right guard? So I love this pick. He's a really good player. I will read from the Beast in any moment. So just yeah.
Minutes is because they were talking turkey with the Dallas Cowboys, who, as the pick of Francis Mauigoa was being announced, traded 2 5s, 177.
I am loving the Giants draft. I love it. I'm loving the Giants draft. The Giants they got 2 big time talents. One in
massive man who is a mauler. Here he is in the run game. Watch him get underneath. As a big guy, he would get underneath the defender, run those legs, and drive them off the ball. The ability to reach and seal, okay, shows you a little athleticism with the ability to get that accomplished there. And the upper torque he has, when he gets that inside hand on you.
The Giants worked closely with the Hurricanes athletic training and medical staff leading up to the draft. They were confident in the info they got in Francis Mauigoa. There were rumors about his medical history, but I'm gonna say I think the Giants made a good pick. A really good pick. He was one of the. I see John Harbaugh on the Giants warm, and he looking fresh, looking good. So looks like the Giants might be done for the night. I'll be surprised if they move back into the first round, but I highly doubt that because they don't have a 3rd round pick. So we'll see how the draft goes. The Giants finally have a real offensive lineman. And I am so proud to be a Giants fan. The future is bright. Let's just hope. Let's just hope the.
Born and raised in American Samoa, man. Never thought I could be here, man. If I could do it, you can do it. Simple as that.
Congratulations.
So there you go. Cowboys flip 2 5s to Miami, so they move up 1 spot, and they're genuinely excited about who they have told is the latest Dallas Cowboy. Could it be Caleb Downs making his way to Frisco? We'll find out who it is, either him or.
All right, the Cowboys pick is in. Who are the Cowboys going to pick?
For a life like no other, you need a car like no other.
Whoa, wait. Looks like
The largest global airport lounge network, and lets you savor every bite with dining benefits at over 10,000 U.S. Resi restaurants. A card that unlocks unique experiences worldwide.
I'm praying that Cowboys don't take Downs. I am praying the Cowboys don't take downs. Because if they do, I'll be really upset, to be honest. But I feel like the Giants, no, I feel like the Cowboys need to address their defense, but I think they need like a pass rusher.
Spring outdoor power deals happening now.
So yeah, the Cowboys pick is in.
Pick your power. Pick your brand.
The first question is who
Save during outdoor power deals
are the Giants gonna take? No, I mean my fault. Who are the Cowboys gonna take with the 11th pick?
She actually wants. She wants 3.
She wants more of those deviled eggs, too.
Anything for the clean, crisp taste, the Bud Light.
He's clean, boss.
Nathan, huh? Can you explain this clean ingredient stuff?
It works without the aluminum.
Let's talk about the Giants pick. Their offensive tackle, offensive guard, Francis Muragala. He's a good offensive tackle prospect who could be a great guard prospect. He's got a strong base, upper body, and leg drive, but not Mauler. He's got great balance, opens hips up on pass sets gradually. He works independent hands really well. The Dolphins were originally supposed to be on the clock. So yeah, the Cowboys traded up one spot. They're giving up the 12th pick. They're giving up the 177th pick and the 180th pick. So, I mean, that's crazy.
Meanwhile, again, we picked the Miami Dolphins. They just took all 8 minutes of their next spot. So the Rams just got put on the clock, 13th overall. You'll hear who the Dolphins' first draft selection of their new John Eric Sullivan administration will be. But the commissioner with the Dallas Cowboys first of 2 picks here tonight.
All right, Cowboys are on the clock. Who are they picking?
In the 2026 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Caleb Downs, defensive back, Ohio State.
Okay, Cowboys taking safety Caleb Downs from Ohio State. Congrats to them.
On Ohio State, and that's saying something because 3 other Buckeyes went before him in the first 10 picks of this draft. The Cowboys got themselves a big-time winner.
Yeah, and they got themselves a new defensive coordinator in the offseason, Christian Parker, who came over from their rival, the Philadelphia Eagles. He was there coaching in the secondary, a couple young players they drafted, and Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, and saw what that did for their defense.
So congrats to the Cowboys. They're taking Caleb Downs.
They're going to be able to deploy him in a lot of different areas in CD. This defense last year, 32nd third down, 30 seconds in points per game, 32nd passing yards per game.
I think Caleb Downs is a good player. He had 68 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles. In 2025, he was the 2023 SEC Freshman of the Year at Alabama, where he led the team with 107 tackles.
He'll be up there teaching everyone new that comes there after 2 days of mini camp when he gets to Dallas. But the other part
So
of it is,
congrats to the
these guys in the secondary, the Darren Woodsons, right? The Roy Williams. The last time they took a safety in the first round, 2002, and it was Roy Williams. They need to get back to that type of football with Caleb Downs.
They can rebuild the defense for Ohio State around Caleb Downs. That's the type of talent they have. All those great players, and I tell you, Daniel, they built the entire structure of that scheme around Caleb Downs. He's so versatile. He's so smart. They did that 2 years ago on their route to a national championship. They revamped that defense after a loss to Oregon, put him in the center of the field and allow those instincts to take over. He can control the middle of the field as well as anybody in college football. There he is, playing free safety against Texas a couple of years ago. How about him triggering on this ball before anyone else is moving, creating turnovers for his teammates? He's terrific in run support. I tell you, he triggers faster than anybody on the defense, partly because of his preparation. Legendary Monday nights with Matt Patricia in preparations. He's an alley filler, and he can blitz. This is where I thought he was most dynamic, DJ, is that he had the ability to get in the backfield and make production tackles, and that's what he did for a long
All right, so the Miami Dolphins on the clock.
Alabama and Ohio State. Oh, by the way, now he's a Cowboy. How about those three brands?
I gotta take a picture.
For the Cowboys to take, which adds some intrigue to that rivalry. Welcome to primetime, presented by Nationwide.
Caleb, you're celebrating this, you're taking it all in. And just moments ago, you were on the phone with Jerry Jones. What did he tell you about the Cowboys' plans to use you?
First of all, I just want to say thank God. Without that, none of us would be here. Just thanks for my Savior, Jesus Christ. But it was a great conversation. I honestly couldn't hear him much. I was too excited to listen. So I'm just excited to do what I can do and be committed to the team.
We'll ask Jerry later what he said. Now, your brother Josh is a wide receiver.
I'm not. When the Giants play the Cowboys, I ain't worried about Caleb Downs because I know the Giants are gonna destroy him. Just watch. The Giants are gonna destroy him, especially Jackson Dart. So the Giants had addressed offensive tackle, potential guard, and another pass rusher. Like Ernie Akasi, former Giants GM who built many Super Bowl winning teams for the Giants. He said we can never have enough pass rushers.
New administration about to announce their first pick. John Eric Sullivan, the new general manager, taken from the Packers organization. Jeff Hafley, their new head coach, also from the Packers. And this is the first of
So the Dolphins pick is in. The Dolphins have the 12th pick. They traded back with
more picks for Saturday. 2 picks to move down one spot and make this announcement here.
all right, the pick is in. Roger Goodell is announcing the pick.
In the 2026 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Caden Proctor, tackle, Alabama.
So the Dolphins are selecting offensive tackle Caden Proctor from Alabama.
He was a little out of shape at the beginning of the season. He got himself into shape as the season went on. He really played well down the stretch. He's maintained that. He had a very good process working through the spring. And when this guy is dialed in and ready to go, he is impressive. You talk about anchor versus power. That's 350 plus pounds. You're going to have a hard time getting through those pads. You want somebody who can move people in the run game. Some teams view him as a guard for this reason because he can displace people in that run game. Here again, look at the movement he's able to generate here. He is just so big and strong and powerful. And then out in space, watch him surprise you a little bit. The ability to pick off a third level defender. And then they had some fun with him. How many guys 350 you're going to spit the ball out to him outside?
That was amazing.
And let him break some tackles and try and get to the pylon. So I always look at these new regimes. Their first pick is a statement pick.
So
They want to be physical in Miami.
Caden Proctor, he's a good offensive tackle, probably the third best offensive tackle in the draft class. Let's talk about Caden Proctor. Let's talk about who he is as a player. He was one of the prospect who was doing the rookie welcome to the NFL. So that's what Caden Proctor was doing. All right, Caden Proctor. He was a 3-year starter at Alabama. Played left tackle. He was a consensus top 10 prospect out of high school. Saw the field immediately and showed gradual improvement each of his 3 seasons in Tuscaloosa. He led all Alabama players in snaps played, with 985 total in 2025, and earned both All-America honors and the Jacobs Blocking Trophy, as he was one of the top blockers in the conference, Southeastern Conference. With his physical traits, Proctor flashes dominance when he plays on time. He has the size and movement skills to engulf defenders when in rhythm as a pass blocker. However, he tends to struggle to negotiate space and understand his leverage, which leads to erratic depth points and oversets. It is a similar issue story in the run game. It just talent isn't the issue. He just plays heavy-handed and creates good extensions, but his body posture and cohesiveness are still developing. But overall, Proctor is big, strong, and explosive, which is an exciting foundation for an offensive lineman. But that optimism should be curbed until his discipline and technique catch up. So he does have a starting caliber at left tackle, but some teams believe that moving to guard might work the best for him. So that was according to the Beast. And yeah. So the Los Angeles Rams are officially on the clock. So the Rams, I wonder who they're going to take.
Go ahead, crank the volume. We got you. USPS has increased daily package processing capacity by 46% in the past 5 years. And with USPS Ground Advantage, your packages stay in our secure network, dock to door, nationwide. For full visibility, near real-time tracking, affordable pricing, for peace of mind. USPS Ground Advantage.
Does RAM stand for rush hour avoidance vehicle? Or really aerodynamic vehicle?
We got major breaking news. The Rams are on the clock. The biggest question is, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? I think they're going to take quarterback, and the only quarterback outside of in the top 2, outside of Fernando Mendoza, is Ty Simpson, Alabama. I think Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson, I think he's going to get drafted. Just don't know to which team. There were many teams that are interested in him. Rams is one of them. The Dolphins, the Steelers, teams that need a quarterback.
Waiting to hear his name being called from the U. A dozen picks in. The Rams pick has been in for a good almost 10 minutes. The Raiders have gone through their entire 8 minutes, and they have made their pick. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock right now with pick 15. Ian Rappaport, let's get your thoughts right now.
Rich, at number 13 for the Rams, this is where the window opens for Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson. It's early. Yes, it is early. Listen to this. When the Simpson family was trying to make the decision about whether or not he should enter the draft.
So let's talk about the Giants and their picks. I'm basically stunned that Arvell Reese fell all the way into the Giants' lap at number 5. That's just awesome. The Giants have another pass rusher who can be very violent and go after the QB. So this is the second straight draft the Giants have drafted a pass rusher who can basically go after QB. Last year, we drafted Abdul Carter with the third pick, and now this year with the fifth pick, we got Arvo Reese, two best pass rushers in the game. We also drafted Francis Maligoa, offensive tackle from Miami. He can play guard, and I think that's what the Giants tend to plan to play him at guard. But we'll see over the course of next few months before the football season in September. But for now, the Giants are probably going to slot Francis Maligoa in at guard.
For the elite offensive mind in Sean McVay, they can develop you properly, and you'll be put on the field when you're ready to be put on the field.
So I'm reading through the tweets, videos posted by Giants. Arvo Reese just met with the press. He was asked what Giants fan can look forward to him. He said they can look forward to seeing an impact player. That's what Arvo Reese said. Arvo Reese said it was a blessing to be drafted by the Giants. He said, I'm where I needed to be. This is where God put me. Reason playing New York. He said, I know New York, they love the Giants. And so I'm very excited for it. And he's excited to meet Jackson Dart. Okay. The Los Angeles Rams are officially on the clock. The pick is in. And Roger Goodell is about to announce the pick.
With the 13th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Ty Simpson, quarterback, Alabama. Wow.
The Los Angeles Rams have decided to go quarterback. And they have decided to draft Alabama quarterback OJ's Ty Simpson from Alabama. That is the highest. So I'm reading through these tweets. The Giants head coach John Harbaugh and Joe Shane, general manager, are meeting with the press right now, and John Harbaugh said that Arvo Reese was the highest rated player on the Giants board other than quarterback Fernando Mendoza. Like I said, I 100% agree. Arvo Reese was the second best player in the draft, and the Giants got him. He fell all the way to the 5, and it was a really, really good positional value.
Throw after throw, and it's NFL type throws in an NFL type offense. So I think this is a great, perfect fit.
So the Rams selected Ty Simpson, quarterback from the Alabama. Matthew Stafford is nearing retirement. The question is, when? Okay, yeah. Yeah, Caleb Downs was never going to make it in the top 10, in my opinion. I mean, he's a great player, but he was never going to make it in the top 10. I think there were issues. I think when there were reports of his knee injury, I think that kind of affected the draft boards, and I think that's why he fell all the way to 12. That's Caleb Downs to the Cowboys. So that's why Caleb Downs fell all the way to 12. So.
His first three-step drop was when he was great. Exactly. His feet and eyes are very connected. It's pretty to watch. You'll see him attack windows with anticipation. Here, this throw against Missouri, one of the best throws you'll see in college football this last year. And then he is a good athlete. They can use his legs to get out of some trouble, and they can also take off.
So let's just keep talking about the Giants draft picks. The Giants selected Arvo Reese, edge pass rusher from Ohio State, and offensive tackle Francis Maligoa from Miami. There is a strong case to be made where Arvo Reese was the best overall prospect in the class.
on the stage with Laura Ruffin.
Your dad was your coach. He's been a coach for as long as
I'm hoping that the Giants can trade back in the second round. They have the 37th pick. So let's see what happens tomorrow. I haven't decided if I'm going to do live stream again tomorrow. I just need to see how I do tonight. Okay, so John Harbaugh just announced that Arvo Reese will start off at inside linebacker next to Tremaine Edmonds. He'll move over. And also Francis Mogoa will kick inside to right guard. So that's what I was expecting, and I love it. Mogoa, he's a really good player. Mogoa is a really good player. He's a really good offensive tackle. And I look forward to seeing the defense put together. The Giants have addressed inside linebacker where Arvo Reese can play. And yeah, that's basically what I believe. That's what I'm going to say.
That conversation has taken place. It happened today, so Matt was aware that this pick was going to happen tonight.
Thank you, Joe Clark. So the boo was, in fact, expected. Not for the Ty Simpson pick.
So John Harbaugh just saying that Arvo Reese quickness was shocking during his pro day, and that there's really nothing he can't do physically. So I mean that's a really good thing.
Of the Jesse Minter administration. Take it away, Commish.
I don't know this is as much for the commission.
With the 14th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Olai Babenga, your 1A, guard.
Okay. So the Baltimore Ravens, if there are Ravens fans out there, the Baltimore Ravens have selected Vega Aon, a guard from Penn State. He is basically one of the best guards in the entire draft class. He's got a torque power, he's got balance, and his pro comparison in Brandon Scherf. He was a 2025 second team All AP All American, 2025 first team All Big Ten. He basically plays left guard. He's a tone setter in the game. He had 87.0 pass block grade in 2025, which is the sixth highest among the best. He allowed 3 sacks in his entire career, 1,165 passing snap, started 32 of 44 career game, all at left guard. So I understand why the Giants decided not to get him. He plays left guard. The Giants need a right guard. Francis Mogoa, he plays right tackle. He played right tackle at Miami, but he can play right guard. So the Buccaneers pick is in. So, I mean, I'm really happy with the Giants pick tonight.
There's flying, and then there's getting more out of travel with Platinum. Get to the airport and make yourself comfortable with fresh sushi in Tokyo, a delicious cocktail in Atlanta, or even a soothing cup of tea in London. Enjoy thoughtfully curated dining with exceptional service to match worldwide. With access to the largest global airport lounge network, there's nothing like Platinum, official payments partner of the NFL.
Your to-do list? Done by us. Introducing Home Care Plus subscription for $99 a year. Members get more at Lowe's.
Confidence isn't given. It's built. One choice, one moment, one step at a time. How you feel is how you play. It starts with a click. Invisalign.
If Nationwide can be a great insurance and financial services company, what's
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. I have no idea what they need.
Let's hear it.
There's one player on the draft board that haven't been taken that many experts picked in top 10 in the mock draft, and he's a pass rusher, Ruben Bain Jr. From Miami. Right now we're at the 15th pick in the draft, and the Buccaneers, they need a pass rusher, they need a corner, linebacker, and offensive lineman, defensive lineman. So that's what they need.
Can I get a Bud Light? Sorry, the bar's not open yet. Oh, it's not for me. It's for the bride. She said, can I get the clean, crisp?
I'm very curious which prospects are going to be available on day 2, because the Giant can go either way: wide receiver, corner, defensive tackle. So, or trade back from 37, which I definitely see it happening. So I'm curious what the plan is for tomorrow. The Giants are definitely done for the night.
Hey, congratulations on your first Super Bowl.
It's time for Best Available, presented by American Express. Ruben Bain and Makai Lemon and Kenyon Sadiq.
The Jets are on the clock. So Jets fans out there, the Jets are on the clock. So the question is, who are they going to pick with the 16th pick in the draft?
First pick, we're still just taking in the fact that Ty Simpson was drafted by the Los Angeles Rams, 13th overall. But last time, you might be wondering that a team with the reigning MVP at quarterback, as we watch the Buccaneers celebrate their pick, the last team to have a reigning MVP quarterback, to then take a quarterback in the first round of the next draft, was the Packers in 1960.
So the Knicks are playing in Game 3. Let's give score updates on the Knicks. Let's see. Unacceptable. The Knicks are losing right now with 2.5 minutes left. No, we just have a 1-point game. Yeah. So, so who are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to take?
Maybe they're waiting for the commission to put $5 in the tip jar for it.
With the 15th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select.
With the 15th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is picking pass rusher Ruben Bain Jr.
If you look at their options, I don't think they imagined in a million years that Ruben Bain would be staring at him, and they get a much-needed edge rusher to add to that defense and get them back on track. When you look at the video of him, this is a bully. That's the way he plays. We talk about some of these offensive linemen that vein. You see the same thing with him. He is relentless, and it's not just with the physicality.
So I wonder how is everyone thinking about this live stream? Do you guys are enjoying this live stream where I'm doing my very best to talk as much as I can? This is the first time I'm doing it, so I appreciate you all for watching the live stream. I just want to thank you guys.
15 sack performer on the edge. He's going to get you 8 to 10, and he's going to dominate against the run and move inside in some packages. I love how you went Mr. T there when you pitied everyone like that. That was very good for those of us of a certain age. But you mentioned Melvin Ingram. How about Shaq Barrett, guys? And Shaq Barrett played for Todd Bowles. Jack Barrett had 19 and a half sacks in 2019 in Todd Bowles' defense in Tampa Bay. He had 31 and a half inch arms. Baines at 30 and 7/8 inch arms. If you're going to go to a coach who understands that type of a pass rusher, Todd Bowles is that guy. I think that maybe, listen, Green Bay's not happy about quote unquote sliding. But Joel, I think he could have slid to a better place.
So right now the New York Jets are back on the clock. The Jets are back on the clock with the 16th pick. The question is, who are the Jets going to take with the 16th pick? This is their second first-round pick of the night. So the question is, who are the Jets going to take with the 16th pick in the draft?
To your point, will he be a 15 sack guy? Maybe, maybe not. But I guarantee you, he will give you production behind the line of scrimmage, and he will help you on every single down. And I think this is the type of guy that can go in particular with Todd Bowles, and really excel.
I mean, Todd Bowles is drawing up another pass rush right now for Ruben Bain, and I still think he can move inside those sub packages and rush over.
So right now the Giants need to. There's a couple positions they need to address. I mean, there are basically 3 positions they need to address, and I think will be good in 2026. The Giants need to address wide receiver. They need to find the second wide receiver. So far, there hasn't been a lot of wide receivers coming off the board. Only 2 of them were taken off the board, which were Carnell Tate and Jordan Tyson. Carnell Tate was drafted 4th overall to the Tennessee Titans, and Jordan Tyson was drafted 8th overall to the New Orleans Saints. All right, the Jets pick is in. They had 2 first-round picks. The second pick they selected pass rusher David Bailey from Texas Tech, and the question is, who are they going to take with the 16th pick in the draft? That's the biggest moment here. Who are the Jets going to take with the 16th pick? Any predictions out there?
Kenyon Sadiq starts entering the conversation at this point in the draft. He's an excellent tight end from Oregon, terrific at the line of scrimmage as a blocker as well. So they're going to have their choice of a really talented offense. That's interesting you brought that up. The Jets have a history of first-round tight ends.
Mason Taylor's there as well. You know, Jason's kid.
All right, the Jets pick is in. The Jets pick is in. Roger Goodell is about to announce it.
With the 16th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Kenyon Sadiq.
There you go, Joe.
Tight end, Oregon.
So they're going 2 tight ends here.
So the Jets have selected tight end Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon. The Jets selected tight end Mason Taylor, I think in last year's draft in the 2nd round. And now they're selected for another tight end, Kenyon Sadiq. So what do you think of their pick? So I mean, I think it's a good pick. Kenyon Sadiq, he's an absolute playmaker. He can basically play anywhere, and according to sources, he crushed his draft interviews.
So
So right now, the Detroit Lions are on the clock. The biggest question is who are they picking with the 17th pick in the draft?
Sometimes messages get sent, is all I'm saying. Lions.
So we're heading to commercial break where we'll hit the commercial, and then once we get back, the Lions will be on the clock.
Came a ton of unexpected.
Get the latest Galaxy for $0 at Verizon, and use Circle to search with Google to swipe a whole new look.
So hot.
I do want to talk about Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs, he's gonna be a really good player for the Cowboys. So I mean, it kind of sucks the Giants didn't take him at 10, but to be honest, the Giants picks, I think they were one of the best players on the draft boards. So I think the Giants just did a really, really well. Did really well tonight.
It's okay. You don't need a ticket. There's no one waiting. Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
And yeah, looks like the Hawks beat the Knicks to take 2-1 series lead. That's a shame. The Knicks are so bad.
Like it's got a story to tell. That's Nashville.
Your upgrade is ready, Miss Langley.
My upgrade? See y'all later. Guys, look at this one. See how she sounds. You think you could beat me? Beat that? Drinks on me.
I mean, the Knicks are trash.
Experience the sounds of Nashville with a card that's even more rewarding. Chase Sapphire Reserve.
With Spring Black Friday savings at the Home Depot, we have all your appliance answers.
I want appliances that fit my space and my schedule.
Samsung has features that will work for both. We have the perfect fit for your kitchen, and all-in-one
And yeah, I love the draft. The draft is basically like a celebration. You're like celebrating picks. You're reacting to picks, and yeah.
One bag, infinite possibilities. Kate Spade.
Simparica Trio protects against 3 categories of parasites.
So the Giants basically got the best defensive player in the draft and the best offensive lineman in the draft. I have to say, I love the picks they made. I just did not see the Arvell Race pick coming. I thought he was going to go to the Jets or the Cardinals or the Titans. But I'm shocked to see him fall all the way in the Giants' lap at number 5. So right now So I do want to share what the experts are saying, what grades the experts are giving for the Giants pick. Like give the analysis. So if you're a Jets fan, CBS Sports is giving the Jets a C- grade for drafting the pass rusher David Bailey. They say that Bailey is a solid pass rusher who will give less athletic offensive tackles fits at the next level. He's a hot and cold run defender, though, but who struggles to set the edge. Unfortunately, the Jets already have one of those. The Jets unfortunately already have one of those in Will McDonald. So the Jets guys C- grade for picking David Bailey, pass rusher from Texas Tech. If you're a Giants fan like me, CBS Sports just gave the Giants an A+ grade for selecting Arvo Reese. The Giants just became the scariest edge rushing group in the NFL, and truthfully, it's not even close. The Giants' third down packages are going to be a true sprint to the quarterback. Reese has a special play strength for someone with 4.46 speed, and he's only scratching the surface at 20 years old. So I mean, that's huge.
I'd like to ask all of you to join me in cheering on Easton.
Okay, the Detroit Lions are on the clock, and they're about to announce the pick.
With the 17th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Blake Miller, tackle, Clemson.
All right, so the Detroit Lions have selected offensive tackle Blake Miller from Clemson. I did not see that Blake Miller going in the first round. I had him going in the third to fifth, between third and sixth round. So I believe this is a bit of a reach for the Detroit Lions. So I mean, he was a two-time first-team All-ACC in 2024 in last season. His pro comparison is Taylor Decker. Taylor Decker used to play for the Lions, and yeah. So let's get back to the grades. So the Giants got an A+ for drafting Arvo Reese, and the Jets got an C- for drafting David Bailey.
How about that? All right, so this is the Dylan Thieneman spot, right? Is this it? That's what it's been every month. I finally got off there, just put it at 19 because I just want to do something different. You just want to do something different? Look at you. Well, this has been the Sharpie mock draft pick of
With the Giants also got A- range with the 10th pick. They drafted Francis Marigoa, and CBS Sports upgraded, give them an A- grade. All right, the Vikings on the clock.
The Minnesota Vikings select Caleb Banks, defensive end, Florida.
This is the second. Okay, so the Minnesota Vikings with the 18th pick just selected defensive tackle Caleb Banks out of Florida. In my opinion, that is the second straight pick that is considered a reach. Caleb Banks missed all but 3 games in 2025 with the foot injury. He's got medical concerns. So he broke foot again before the combine workout, but still participated in the 40 and jumps. He had 4.5 sacks, 7 tackle for losses in 2024, which were among career highs. But I think that 2 forced fumbles in 24 tied most on team. Caleb Banks, in my opinion, is more of a second, third rounder, in my opinion. So I believe this is a bit of a reach that the Minnesota Vikings pulled.
Because it's all on his body. It's all there. It's just a little bit of it's a boomer bust guy. You're going to hit it big or it's not going to work out. But they swung for the fences here in Minnesota.
Well, what concerned me is that he's 330 pounds and he's been dealing with foot injuries, and sometimes those don't go away. But you talk about the athleticism in high school.
So right now, the Carolina Panthers are on the clock, and the Carolina Panthers on the clock.
They wanted to go defense, and they had a coach that loved him at the Senior Bowl.
So check on a warm place and see if it's frozen over. The Cowboys just made a trade with the Eagles for the Eagles to move up to 20th. And they're on the clock right now.
So we just went to commercial break again. To be honest, I think it was a mistake that the NFL had teams make gain 8 minutes
over and over again.
to
And show your friends what the hype's all about with Platinum Nights. With dining benefits at over 10,000 US Resi restaurants. There's nothing like Platinum.
one of the shocking picks of the night was the Los Angeles Rams picking the quarterback, Alabama quarterback.
She wants 3.
Ty Simpson. He's a good player. He's a good QB.
Confidence isn't given. It's built. One choice, one moment, one step at a time. How you feel is how you play. It starts.
So it looks like we got a trade.
Spring, the unofficial new year for tool people. A time to start new jobs, tackle new projects, and stock up on new tools at Harbor Freight. Whether you're a pro or just like doing things yourself, we've got the quality tools and savings to start your new year off right. So come celebrate spring savings at Harbor Freight.
Say something. More than just a flag. Chase a goal. Chase something. Chase rings.
So we got a trade. The Dallas Cowboys are trading their 20th pick to the Philadelphia Eagles for the 23rd pick, 114th pick, and 137th pick in their draft. The question is, who are the Cowboys going to pick? Who are the Eagles going to pick?
I didn't understand you. Morning. Hello. Instead of building new ways for machines to talk to people, enjoy. Chase is building new places for people to talk to people. Hi, welcome in. Hi. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Yeah, I mean,
Sometimes the right
I do not want to watch.
Is keeping it light. It's a Yingling thing.
I do not want. I mean, the Knicks are not that good. I mean, the Yankees are on a roll.
What would you like to taste today?
Cole and Rodon in Volpe about to return. The Yankees have won 6 straight and they swept the Boston Red Sox. So the Carolina Panthers are on the clock. The question is, who are the Panthers going to take with the 19th pick?
Backstory behind that I can't wait to tell you. And then the first Pittsburgh Steelers home draft choice since 1948. Coming up.
All right, with the 19th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select
Tackle, Georgia.
tackle Monroe Freeling from Georgia. So, like I said, we got ourselves a trade. The Philadelphia Eagles have moved up to the 20th pick, where the Cowboys will trade the 20th pick and say 7th rounder for the 23rd, 114th, and 137th pick.
I see him get a little bit stronger with his core strength going forward. That's something he can work on. But this is one of the plays I love. Watch him redirect up his combo block out to this linebacker. That's big time athleticism and awareness. And here he is taking proper angles out there in space. I think his best football is ahead of him. He got better throughout the year. And when you see what type of athlete you have to work with, the best is yet to come for him.
So that was the moment that Freeling found out he was a Panther. Now, the last time the Cowboys and the Eagles made a draft trade, the Eagles traded up 2 spots from 12 to 10 in the 2021 draft to take Devontae Smith. The Cowboys moved down 2 spots. They took Michael Parsons. We all know that they traded Michael Parsons.
I need some water, so I haven't drank water in 2 hours or so.
Was there wasn't enough for Micah Parsons from Green Bay. Let's see who the Eagles are trading up to take. With the Cowboys moving down 3 spots.
All right, the Philadelphia Eagles.
In the 2026 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Makai Lemon, wide receiver, USC.
So the Eagles are getting Makai Lemon, wide receiver from LSU. From at USC, my fault. So Makai Lemon is from USC. He was the 2025 Belinda Chaos Award winner, which is he was one of the nation's top wide receiver. 2025 first team AP All American. Makai Lemon. He had 1,156 receiving yards in 2025, which is 8th best in FBS. Had 11 receiving touchdowns, which was tied for 9th best.
Under the assumption that A.J. Brown will not be on their team next season. Of course, we know they have had talks.
So, with the Eagles selecting a wide receiver, that means A.J. Brown, who is disgruntled and upset with his playing in Philadelphia, he wants out, and I think there's a possibility that A.J. Brown could get traded to the New England Patriots before June 1st cut. So we'll see what happens with the A.J. Brown situation.
As well. You want to talk about somebody that has a lot of volume and somebody that can be a big time productive player out of the slot. We'll get to that here in a second. But I call it tease. That's a little bit of a tease. I like it. You can tell he's emotional too. We've seen the receivers be a little emotional tonight.
That toughness element is a big part of what you get with Makai.
He's a Bolitnikoff Award winner, and I guarantee you he should have been the first receiver picked. He is a competitive dude, and he looks like he's ready to go play football right now.
All right, so the Pittsburgh Steelers, if you're a Steelers fan, you guys are officially on the clock. So let's see, who are the Pittsburgh Steelers going to take? They don't have a QB because Aaron Rodgers, he's still a free agent. He hasn't made a decision as to whether he's going to return or not. But I will say
receivers that we saw with the New England Patriots. Look at that second. Let's look at this Iowa game first. Look at this video. This is all in one game. This is all you needed to watch to get the Makai Lemon experience. It's a rainy, wet day. Talk about no fear. Working in the middle of the field. Go up, climb the ladder, absorb the punishment, and make the play. Another one down in the red zone. Big time play. After this game, Kirk Ferentz said this is one of the best receiving games he's ever seen. He's been in Iowa for 400 years. It's unofficially.
His spatial awareness in the middle of the field is second to none.
So the comp guys, Julian Edelman. Pretty good. That's who he reminded me of.
That's a strong one.
Okay, so Philadelphia has its moment before.
So, I mean, congrats to the Eagles. They got themselves a new wide receiver, 2, because once A.J. Brown is off the team, Devontae Smith will now shift over to a wide receiver 1.
Being a first-round pick in the NFL draft, what has defined your journey?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm just so blessed right now. I just praise the Lord for every moment, really. This is a dream come true. I can't even believe this right now.
When you look out at those Philly fans and you think about the fan base that's about to embrace you with open arms, what will they love most about you?
And they getting a dog. This is ready to work, for real. I ain't doing no plan.
Thank you, Makai. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All business. All right. You ready? Fans going nuts.
All right, the pick is in for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The question is, who are they picking? Who are the Steelers picking? All right.
This is Tommy Shaw from Sticks. Steelers, the pick is hidden. Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long arm of the Lord. It's put an end to my running, and I'm so far from my home.
Are we doing this concert? Like, really? This is a draft. Stop doing concert, dude.
The Pittsburgh Steelers select. The Pittsburgh Steelers select
Joe Green.
Alan Faneca. Derek Herman. Joey Porter Jr.
TJ Watt. Lane Swan.
And a draft in Pittsburgh since 1940.
All right, here we go.
Big moment.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are committed to growing the game of football and celebrating athletes at every level. Joining me on stage are 6 Jerome Bettis Leadership Award recipients, featuring both high school tackle players and flag football athletes. Jerome?
The Jerome Bettis Leadership Award recognizes high school football players who demonstrate leadership, character, and service, both on and off the field. Congratulations to each of you. We wish all of you the best as you continue your football journeys. The last time I introduced the Steelers' first round pick, I was fortunate to introduce TJ Watt. And with the 21st pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Max Ihanature, tackle, Arizona State.
All right, so the Steelers have made a selection. So with the 21st pick, the Steelers have selected offensive tackle Max Ihanature from Arizona State. Max Ihanature from Arizona State. He's a 2025 second team All Big 12. He did not allow a single sack in last college football season, which was where he started all 12 games. So I think this was a good pick for the Steelers.
They drafted him to go kick some butt. That was a visual right there, CD. The solar system definitely in effect tonight here. Charles, take it away. All right, Maxi Ihanature.
So the Los Angeles Chargers are now on the clock. The question is, who will the Chargers take?
When he was 13 years old from Nigeria. So no background in it at all. But boy, did he pick it up and adapt. And DJ, if there is a guy, as you see the competition got better and better for him, that's Texas Tech, which college football playoff team. This is him again in the Senior Bowl. That's Kieran Crawford, who's going to be selected when we get to before we leave here in this draft. Look at him working there. Is that Malachi Lawrence from UCF? Oh, no, that's Lee Kinley, another edge rusher who may get drafted here. DJ, this is a guy that really elevated his game.
The emotions of Max the offensive tackle from Arizona State. Very emotional. He should be happy for himself because he got drafted in the first round. And yeah, all right. The Chargers are pick is officially in. Who will the Los Angeles Chargers select? With the 22nd pick in the draft. So far, we haven't seen a ton of wide receivers taken in round one. A lot of offensive linemen has been taken off the board, and I think it's a good thing that the Giants struck first, taking Francis Marigola with the 10th pick, who will be plugged in at right guard, and I can't wait. Marigola at right guard, Patrick Richard at fullback, and Cam Scatterbo as a running back. Damn, the rushing attack is going to be insane next year. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I think the Giants' offensive line just got a whole lot stronger than it was last season. We finally have ourselves a guard. And yeah.
Let's see who the Chargers now take with the 22nd overall pick. The Cowboys.
Right, the Chargers. Who are they taking?
To choosing the 23rd overall pick. We're almost caught up on this draft. We haven't been caught up to the pick that's on the clock in almost 2 hours.
With the 22nd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Akeem Mesidor, linebacker.
All right, so the Los Angeles Chargers are selecting a pass rusher, Akeem Mesidor from Miami. Akeem Mesidor, he weighs 259 pounds, 6'3". He was a 2025 first team All ACC. He had 12 and a half sacks for Miami this past season, which was tied third for the best in FBS. He had 67 pressures also, as well in 2025, which is tied among fourth in FBS. He had 17 and a half tackles for loss in 2025. So if you're a Chargers fan, that's a really good pick because he's a really, really good player. And yeah.
The coaching staff talked about how he would move down to the interior, out to the edge, change positions, never complained but produced, and they certainly did all of that.
So we had a amateur and a Mesidor, and we're out the door for a commercial break. Cowboys, Browns, Bears, first pick of the night, followed by the Bills' first pick of the night. Here amongst the giddy Steelers fans celebrating a pick in their hometown.
What did you bring back from your last trip? A dumpling you'll never forget. What nature truly feels like. A bit of local art. A soulmate for the week. Finding out you love a good poncho. And glamping. And that durian is everything they say it is. Everywhere you go with Marriott Bonvoy shapes you, making you the greatest souvenir of all. Explore our entire world of hotel brands and experiences.
Lowe's knows tackling projects now means you can football Sunday.
Any stuff is ground game.
Well, we can measure it.
Measure?
Lowe's can measure and install it for you.
You can't measure passion.
So right now the Cowboys are on the clock and they haven't made a pick.
And handsome.
They got 3 minutes left to make a pick. So the question is, who are they gonna take?
It was everything. Dishes I've never tasted before. Dinners in private palaces. Flowers everywhere. The air was full of color. Every element. Perfect. Chase Sapphire Reserve.
This is the farmer's dog turkey. This is also turkey, but only one is gently cooked to give your dog the nutrients they need without the ultra processing. Get 50% off your first box only at thefarmersdog.com.
In life and in business.
Looks like the Cowboys are having trouble making a pick here.
But at Accenture, we say
Alright, looks like the Cowboys have officially gotten the pick. The pick is in.
Together, we'll get there.
These ads.
$15 million and counting no. Simparica Trio offers triple protection against heartworm disease, ticks and fleas, and intestinal worms, all with 1 month of chew. This drug class has been associated with neurologic side effects, including seizures. Use with caution in dogs with or without a history of these disorders. Don't just protect, triple protect.
Taking a look at the best available, presented by American Express, Emmanuel McNeil Warren. Toledo safety and Dylan Thieneman, the Oregon safety.
So the Cowboys pick is in. They have the 23rd pick.
Best receiver available, there's Jermon McCoy. Fitting in the 19th overall, it's the 23rd overall pick. Dallas traded down for this one. We'll move down to select to take somebody. Ian, you take it away.
Which earlier today we got some news from the Cowboys. Sources say George Pickens, their star receiver, decided to sign his franchise tag, locking in $27 million. The Cowboys do not intend to trade him this season.
Thank you, Ian Rappaport. So Pickens playing on the franchise tag. The Cowboys moved up 1 spot. They traded away 2 5s to do it to make sure they got the Caleb Downs. Then they traded down moments ago. Got 2 4s from the Eagles, so they improved those picks to take this one.
With the 23rd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Malachi Lawrence, defensive end, University of Central.
Okay, so the Dallas Cowboys have selected Malachi Lawrence, a pass rusher from University of Central Florida. I mean, I'm kind of stunned with the pick. This is, to be honest, he's got huge potential, but picking him in the first round, that's a huge reach. So that's a huge reach. Look, to be honest, I understand they're trying to fill key needs, and I think they did really well with that. But I think it's a bad pick, in my opinion. In the year.
And the reason why I had him going to the Dallas Cowboys is there was a lot of buzz and connected. And when you look up at the homework on him, the new assistant defensive line coach for the Dallas Cowboys, Dimitri Brim, was the defensive line coach in Central Florida, coached this kid last year. So they knew the goods they had with him.
So the Cowboys, as expected, use their 2 firsts on defensive players. Caleb Downs, they move up 1 spot to take him. Malachi Lawrence, they move down 3 spots to take him.
Look, the Cowboys have to be very pleased with how they went. They got Quentin Williams, they got Kenny Clark, Vishwan Gary, and they drafted 2 defensive players in Malachi Lawrence, pass rusher from University of Central Florida, and also safety Caleb Downs from Ohio State. No, to be honest, my favorite pick for the Cowboys would be Caleb Downs over Malachi Lawrence because Caleb Downs is by far the best safety in the draft class, but he's more of a top 10 player, in my opinion. Um, so I think the Cowboys did a good job. They needed to fi- fill their needs. They needed to improve their defense. Um, because in the last couple of drafts that I've watched, the Cowboys have always addressed their offense, and I think this was a perfect time for them to address defense because their offense is they got too many talents on offense, so they needed to shore up the defense, and I think they're getting there. I think the NFC East is going to be a gauntlet in 2026, but I'm hoping the Giants win next year. Giants Cowboys. I'm kind of looking forward to that matchup. Arvell Reese, he's gonna be a beast. He's gonna be really, really good. He's gonna play inside linebacker next to Tremaine Munns, and Micah McFadden will back you up. Uh, Also drafting Francis Malgoa. The Giants drafted the best offensive lineman in the draft class. They're building an offensive line that can be so physical, like they can be a beast. And yeah,
A time to start new jobs, tackle new projects, and stock up on new tools at Harbor Freight. Whether you're a pro or just like doing things yourself, we've got the quality tools and savings to start your new year off right. So come celebrate spring savings at Harbor Freight. Turn the off season on again with the NFL app. Your home for all things NFL. And subscribe to NFL Plus for more access for the picks, the plays, all in one place. Scan now.
like I like to play golf, so I'm curious about. I love to play golf, so I'm trying to figure out what day I want to golf tomorrow or next week. Like I don't know when. I did go to the driving range today to practice some swings, and I thought I did well.
Greatness is up for grabs, and it's all happening now.
So I'm going to see if there's any tee times for early in the day for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, April 24th. There's a 10:20.
The Bears are on the clock.
Nothing in the afternoon. So next afternoon will be 3:50, but I'm not gonna do that. It's gonna be 59 degrees.
To take Mansour Delane, and the Browns got Spencer Fano anyway, so they lost a 3 and a 5. It's a sweet suit. How do you like it, huh? This young man is excited. I love who the next Browns going to be. What do you think? Well, first of all, does he even know he stole the suit? Second, look, I got a receiver. They got to be a receiver. They got to tackle, get the receiver. But that's what they said coming in, right? Get a tackle, get a receiver, in what order? There you go. Tackle first.
With the 24th pick.
So the Cleveland Browns is on the pick is in. Who are they picking?
Casey Concepcion, wide receiver, Texas A&M.
Okay,
So with the 24th pick, the Cleveland Browns decided to draft wide receiver Casey Concepcion, outside from Texas A&M. He's a really good wide receiver. He was the 2025 Paul Hormone Award winner, he was one of the nation's most versatile players. But Casey Concepcion before Omar Cooper Jr., Omar Cooper Jr., wide receiver from Indiana. Casey getting drafted before him is quite a surprise. I thought that Omar Cooper is a better wide receiver than Casey is. But yeah.
Absolutely is, and when you're changing that field position, as you know, Joel Flat, and starting offense in a much more advantageous position, especially nowadays, we're in the NFL. Most games are one score game. So you got to make sure you have those guys that do that. The other part is character of this kid, addressing the stutter, taking it head on. You know who else stuttered? Bo Jackson, Bill Walton. Both of them debated work.
So these are some of the pieces that they've drafted in the last 2 years now. Because Deshaun Watson might wind up your starting quarterback in Cleveland, but Quinshon Judkins, the running back out of the Ohio State, Harold Fenton, he was awesome last year. Now they've added Casey Concepcion and Fano. Concepcion is the first rounder the Browns have taken from Texas A&M since. Miles, that's correct. Yeah, we have that one. All right, here's the Bears. The Bears are on the clock. Matter of fact, they just handed their pick in, and we will find out who they're hugging it out over. When we come back, the Bills are now on the clock. We're moving towards the end of night one here from Pittsburgh.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're also one of America's largest financial services companies. Like he's so much.
So the Chicago Bears are on the clock at number 25. Question is, who are the Chicago Bears going to select?
Stress out. I'll never remember all this. Relax, Rook. When things get intense, we get incense. What a nice cleansing surprise.
For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Lowe's knows tackling projects now means you can football Sunday.
We need a new fridge.
This one has craft ice on demand.
More ice than me.
What kinds of ice, actually?
Gonna need a bigger bucket.
Like this one?
Do you always have 2 bucket shoes?
I do.
In life and in business, the goalposts often move. But at Accenture, we say, game on. Because whatever goal you're heading for, together, we'll get there.
So we got another major trade. The Buffalo Bills trade to the Texans at 26th pick. I will give you the full details once we get there. Once I get the sources.
Saying he's so smart he doesn't need to dress smart. It's a classic power move. But the real power move? Having predictive modeling to help prevent supply chain issues before they happen.
Move before I do.
He's a competitive team.
Nice one.
True.
With the 61st pick of the Super Bowl, the National Football League selects ESPN.
What kind of commercial is this? Okay, so
Congratulations on your first Super Bowl.
the Super Bowl is going to be on ESPN next year. So we got to trade. The Buffalo Bills traded the 26th pick to the Houston Texans. So the Buffalo Bills will trade their 26th pick and 91st pick to the Houston Texans for 28th pick, 69th pick, and 167th pick. So right now the Chicago Bears pick is in. And the question is, who are they taking?
Houston got last year from the Giants when they traded back in for Jackson Dart. So they used that draft capital in a 5 this year. 2 spots and get a 3rd rounder from the Bills back. 91st.
Let's focus on the Bears right now. Yeah, the Chicago team, when you're looking at it, let's go through some of my notes. There's talk they were trying to trade up. When I heard that, I thought, well, that many tackles left. You've got Romo as number one left here, so could be there. And then also safety.
All right, I'm back.
So you look at it, Downs is on safety off the board.
I'm back, everybody. So, yeah, and hey, lads. Yeah, I know. To be honest, it sucks waiting for a team. It sucks waiting for your team that picks in the later rounds. So, okay, so the Chicago Bears selected safety Dillian Thieneman, safety out of Oregon. He is by far, in my opinion, the second best safety in the entire draft class. So that's a good pick for the Chicago Bears.
Oregon's smart. They play great defense. They utilize him closer to the ball. But I actually like tape better when you go back and watch him at Purdue, where they utilize him more as that center fielder, where you could see him range and make plays on the ball. Had a lot more production from there. Watch this sideline range. Look how quick he identifies this, sees it, jumps it, and goes and makes a play on the ball to get a foot down. Here he is. Talk about him being a little more underneath.
So the stunner of the 2025 NFL draft was Titans picking wide receiver Carnell Tate with their fourth pick. That basically changed the entire draft and gave the Giants one of the best defensive players in the entire draft class. I'm just happy with the Giants draft. The CBS Sports gave Giants an A+ grade and an A- grade for their first two picks, and that's what I love. I'm hoping we can make another great pick tomorrow, but my hope is the Giants trade back. That's what they should do. But it depends on how the draft boards is lined up. So we'll see what happens after the draft. I will share my opinions on what I think of tonight's draft. But so far, I mean, I would say about 2 or 3 picks that were a bit to reach where I had them selected.
Is on the clock, 27th overall. Houston, which is traded up from 28 to 26. Their pick is in. We're waiting on that. As Dylan Thieneman is making his way to Laura Rutledge out on the stage. The latest Chicago Bear introduced here at the draft.
Dylan, you're a Chicago Bear. What stands out most to you about your journey to becoming a first-round draft pick?
Never knew what kind of path.
So right now the Houston Texans are on the board. They traded up to the 26th pick. Well,
you grew up idolizing a safety and studying him a ton that people here know well in Troy Polamalu. What trade?
So we got another trade.
Can make you the next for the Bears.
I think I'm very versatile.
So we got another trade, and I will share with you.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
And the best available presented by American Express, Daniel. We have a beautiful city all lit up, man. What a town. And this place is lit up like this.
So looks like the 49ers are trading back with the Dolphins.
Followed by Cooper, the wide receiver out of IU, and then McCoy is a wild card. I mean, if he's fully got a clean bill of health, fully healthy, he's not on the board right now. So
Yeah, absolutely. The nearest bridge to us, that's the Roberto Clemente Bridge. I've walked all 3 since I've been here.
That's awesome, isn't it?
It's an equal. And the one next to that is the Andy Warhol Bridge.
So we got a trade. So the Dolphins have moved up to the 27th pick. And we'll also get the 138th pick. While the 49ers will move back to the 30th pick.
With the 26th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Keelan Rutledge.
2024 and 2025. In 2024, he only allowed 1 sack, but he did not allow any of the sacks last season.
sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. That is a windshield that they just drafted. The Dolphins, Bills, Chiefs, and Niners as we look over our dashboard and through our windshield. As the guys are also looking in the mirror at their new legs.
You've always been ahead of the game. Excellence is your default, and Lexus knows that feeling is unmatched. Their standard isn't for the average, it's for those who set the bar and elevate it. So as you redefine what's possible, Lexus refines what you deserve. Because a car that doesn't make you feel something is a car that stops short of amazing.
Don't sweat the technique.
How much for what? 11. When kids start making money, Chase can help them figure out how to manage it.
All right, the Dolphins are on the clock. They made a trade with the 49ers to move up to 27.
That's good for kids and good for parents. Chase, make more of what's yours.
At the Home Depot, we've got spring Black Friday savings and all your appliance answers.
I want something to simplify my day.
Get a GE Profile fridge that lends a helping hand and all-in-one laundry in a new eye-catching color. Find your appliance answers now at the Home Depot.
Can I get a Bud Light? Sorry, the bar's not open yet. Oh, it's not for me. It's for the bride. She said, can I get the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light? Her words, not mine. She wants 3.
She wants more of those deviled eggs, too.
Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
The 2026 NFL schedule is about to drop. Get ready for veterans and must-see showdowns, and the young stars ready for prime time. Plus the biggest international slate ever. The NFL schedule release on NFL Network and ESPN2.
You are my friend, you are special. You are my friend, you are special to me. You are special.
I love the way that you pick your friends. You know what they mean, never means to an end. I know what I need, no need to pretend. Like the air I breathe, saw you leaving again. I don't know what that means.
Break free from breakouts. Neutrogena's new Evenly Clear Acne Cleanser, clinically proven to clear acne and visibly fade post-acne marks.
So you guys are just like State Farm, right? So that's a no.
Stop living on a prayer and get State Farm.
Ever since my dermatologist recommended you start Radiantone, I'm kind of
Commercials are so annoying. So annoying.
The dual serum with diamidol has done wonders to reduce the look of those dark spots.
He's the best. Honestly, I've never looked so good. I just keep getting better.
Get special deals during Verizon Small Business Days, April 27th through May 10th. So, we're finishing up the first round of the first draft here in Pittsburgh since the late 40s, 1948. The Dolphins' second pick of this first round is in. They moved down one spot and chose Caden Proctor, the tackle out of Alabama.
So the Miami Dolphins pick is officially in. The question is, who are they gonna pick?
To make this choice. And again, this is the choice, although they got it at 30th overall. They moved up to 27th to make this pick. This is the pick that they have because they traded Jalen Waddle to Denver. So we'll see who they turn.
All right, Roger Goodell to the podium.
Could it be a receiver?
With the 27th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Chris Johnson, defensive back, San Diego State.
So the
they go
Dolphins are selecting Chris Johnson from San Diego State. He plays corner. Not a bad pick. He's got a Tre'Davious White comparison. So I mean, no, I mean there are a lot of good defensive tackles available. So I'm hoping that one of them falls to the Giants tomorrow when the Giants are on the clock at 37. I mean, we'll see how the board falls.
Physical presence when he's coming up to tackle. They're going to love that, and that defense, Coach Hafley's going to appreciate it. This Senior Bowl where we were there, thought it was a little bit up and down, CD, but he was very competitive. The thing for me, when you saw him at the combine, he ran faster than people expected, and then just seeing the guy in shorts, he is a strongly built dude who's going to be able to...
There's one prospect that still hasn't been drafted, and his name is Keldrick Falk, pass rusher from Auburn. I was hoping that he would be drafted somehow in the top 15. So far, he hasn't been drafted in the top 15. So, I mean, the Giants have addressed two major needs. They drafted an edge linebacker in Norvell Reese and offensive lineman in Francis Mogoa. All right, the Patriots have made a trade. The Patriots have made a trade.
With the Eagles and the Steelers. It's all about the Steelers. With the Steelers and the Eagles couldn't get hold of them, but the call of a lifetime is what the Eagles are tweeting out right now.
What happened to the party line, Rich? Then he could have got the ball.
I guess
he could have got it back in the old days.
So his phone's not ringing, and all of a sudden it's just like
The Patriots have moved it up.
from the Commonwealth here.
Hey, can you hold on for a second? I got another call. I'm in love with it.
We got the call from the Eagles, and that's the one that matters because they made the trade.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
The Patriots, by the way, just traded up with this for this pick with the Bills, who just moved down twice. So the Patriots with their first pick, the AFC champion Patriots on the clock.
With the 28th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Caleb Lomu.
The Patriots are selecting tackle Caleb Lomu from Utah. So it looks like, I mean, the Patriots traded up with the Buffalo Bills to select Utah offensive tackle Caleb Lomu.
Lomu, as you mentioned, left tackle at Utah. You see the easy redirect that we're talking to that you were pointing out for him. But he's going to go to the right side, right? And Bono's going to go from right side to left side with Cleveland. Jedrick Wills tried that with Cleveland before. But getting out of space, you see the angles. Look at him come out on the run. And we talk about this all the time, hitting moving targets. I said Anthony Costanzo.
All right, so let's go to the beast and talk about Caleb Lomu, offensive tackle. So according to the beast, Caleb Lomu is the fifth best tackle in the draft class. So let's talk about his strength. He patiently reacts to rush counters. He recovers well because of nimble redirect skills and body control. He showcases fantastic range and timing on GT counter and cross formation pulls. He's got initial quickness. Initial quickness gets him to most reach and cut off tap blocks. Let's talk about his weakness. He's doesn't constantly fire off the ball in the run game, and he can get knocked back. He will need to accelerate into defensive backs as Pollard, but doesn't show some aggressiveness against linebackers and linemen. Lomu is an above-average athlete, which shows both in pass protection and the run game. He has consistent snap timing with the minor quickness to stay in front of wide speed and body control to catch his balance and recover. In the run game, he explodes out of his stance to cover ground off and fit on targets, both backside and out in space. However, he tends to struggle to play with consistent aggression or leg drive as a run blocker. NFL power will be eye-opening for him. The NFL scouts are concerned with the lack of high-level edge rushers he faced this past college football season. Like, for example, if you go back and look at the Texas Tech tape, he had a shaky performing and showed his youth. But overall, Lomu must get stronger and continue to develop his technique and grit. But NFL, not NFL teams are understandably intrigued by his movement ability and ready to cultivate left tackle skill set. His upside points to him becoming an NFL starter. So it's not really a bad pick for the Patriots, but he does need to. He's got a lot of work to do.
Verizon Small Business Days are coming, and we're here at Patty's Diner. Ever since Patty's Mango Cheesecake went viral, business has been booming. Patty looks to find her rhythm as the plates keep moving, and the orders are not slowing down. Here comes the Verizon Business Expert. She's bringing support, special offers, and everything this business needs. Nice assist. It's a great day to be a small business. Verizon Small Business Days are coming. Score a meeting with an expert today.
Confidence isn't given, it's built. One choice, one moment, one step at a time. How you feel is how you play. It starts with a click. Invisalign.
Why is everyone so fired up? It's a Stanley Cup playoffs. Every shift matters. Every series is a statement. And everyone, it's their shot to cut.
Why is everyone so fired up?
It's the Stanley Cup playoffs. Every shift matters.
So we got a major trade. The New York Jets are back on the clock. The 49ers will no longer have the first round pick.
Using the first pick of tomorrow night's draft to pop back in the 30th overall pick. The Niners just traded out of the first round to move back. And the Niners were 27th overall, traded down so Miami could take Chris Johnson. And then it's traded out from 30 to tomorrow night. The Jets are moving back in to take their third first-round pick shortly, but the second first-round pick of the Chiefs is coming up right now. This was originally the pick held by the Rams, who sent this to Kansas City when the Rams acquired and then paid Trent McDuffie. I think I've given you all.
All right, the Kansas City Chiefs are on the clock. This is their second pick in the first round.
With the 29th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Peter Woods.
Okay, the Kansas City Chiefs is picking defensive tackle Peter Woods out of Clemson. Peter Woods is out of Clemson. So that's basically, I would say, probably the third or fourth defensive tackle off the board. The good news is the Giants, there's a defensive tackle that the Giants like. For example, Christian Miller from Georgia, and Caden McDonough from Ohio State. Those are the two defensive tackles that the Giants are very interested in. Let's just hope they fall all the way to Giants' lap tomorrow.
But this is the athlete who carries a lot of on offense and get him to rock, dabble, having some fun with him. And you knew he was confident he was going to score because there's predetermined celebrations there. I think he had 5.
So the question is, who are the Jets going to take with the 30th pick?
But for the most part, I think overall, though, Joe, when you look at this, DJ made the point about Chris Jones and helping him out. Their other defensive tackles have kind of moved on out of the way. Early in his career, his job, take care of Chris Jones. Later on, you might be able to get your own. But right now, take on some people, take on some blockers, and give Chris Jones some space.
What I loved about him is that he played with tremendous effort in both the pass game and against the run. He could fill it up. But you're right, DJ, a couple of years ago, his better film. But what's the case with most of the players at Clemson? They all
I mean, that's a good pick for the Chiefs. Peter Woods is a good defensive tackle. Probably the best defensive tackle in the entire draft class, in my personal opinion. I think it's a good pick.
Has he forgotten the celebration last year taking Golden in the first round as a receiver?
That's a stock ticker too. I don't know if that was linked to that Packer fan by a Bronco fan or like this other people. The Jets didn't have one, right? The Jets now have three. The Jets now have three. You mentioned Morgan Moses moments ago. The fifth round compensatory pick the Jets got, losing Moses to free agency to New England, was the pick they just used to flip to San Francisco to move back into the first round and get a fifth year of contractual control on a third player in this first round.
So, with the 30th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, so let me give you the Jets' 30th pick, and I'll talk about the Giants.
With the 30th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Omar Cooper Jr.
So the Jets just came up from 33, which is the second round, to move back into the first round, and the Jets have decided to draft wide receiver Omar Cooper Jr. from Indiana. I believe he's a better wide receiver than Casey Concepcion. And I mean, he's a good wide receiver, but I mean, it kind of sucks. He's not going to be playing for the Raiders. The Raiders got the 36th pick in the second round tomorrow. So if Omar Cooper fell all the way to the 36th pick, I would assume that the Raiders would draft him in the second round. But nope, he's going to the Jets with the 30th pick. Let's talk about the Giants for those who missed it. So the Giants had the 5th and 10th pick in the draft. They had the 10th pick thanks to the trade they made for Dexter Lawrence. So with the 5th and 10th pick, the Giants drafted one of the best players in the draft. One of the best defensive players and one of the best offensive linemen in the draft. So with the 5th pick, the Giants selected Arvo Reese, edge pass rusher from Ohio State, and also the Giants selected offensive tackle Francis Moagoa, where he will most likely play guard. Right guard specifically because the Giants need a right guard. All right, we got another major trade. The Tennessee Titans have traded with the Bills to come up to the 31st pick. So we got a major trade. The Buffalo Bills traded picks 31, 69, and 165 for picks 35, 68, 6, and 101. So that's the trade details between the Buffalo Bills and Tennessee Titans. Who are the Titans going to pick with the 31st pick in the 2026 NFL Draft?
I'm curious to find out. Remember, they went receiver. Who the heck did they take already? Yeah, who's left defensively for them? Yeah, we start looking if we want to go to the edge rusher group or what we have left. Edge rusher,
I wonder who they're speaking to. They're showing the Titans war room. I wonder who they're speaking to. I'm hoping it's not Christian Miller or Caden McDonald, one of the defensive tackles.
They're one of the few, honestly, like the Bills didn't stick and pick. The last team to stick and pick was Kansas City, but that was with a pick they acquired from the Rams. The last team to just have their pick and stick with it was the Bears 25th. We'll see if Seattle's going to be the first one since then, but we'll see who the Titans have traded back in. Long time ago, the biggest eyebrow raise of the draft, one would say. You know, obviously Jeremiah Love going 3. That wasn't terribly of a surprise. I mean, there was something that was bandied about. Carnell Tate 4th overall. That's something that was the first big splash moment of the night. First gasp. Now here comes Tennessee 31st overall. And the Seahawks are on the clock, and then we'll be wrapping up our first night here from Pittsburgh, PA. Here's the commission.
Pittsburgh, before the Titans pick, congratulations, you set a record for the first night of the draft. 320,000 people here tonight. Congratulations.
So, Roger Goodell just announced the attendance for people who are attending the NFL draft in Pittsburgh.
The Tennessee Titans select Keldrick Ball.
Okay, so the Tennessee Titans have decided to go defense with their second first-round pick of the night, and it is pass rusher Keldrick Falk from Auburn.
Right in the wheelhouse for getting him. And I'll be curious to see how they deploy him. That's going to be the thing because for me, guys, remember when Trayvon Walker went at the top of the draft and people were questioning, could he rush the pass? We didn't see much of it at Georgia. It was a bit of a projection, gambled on the traits. Well, what's he gone? 3 straight years with double-digit sacks. They've developed that. It's worked. Falk will be similar because his sack numbers took a step back, but they used him a lot inside, holding on the base. And by the way, he's 21 years old.
So we got the last pick of round 1 of the 2026 NFL draft. And the last pick belongs to the defending Super Bowl champion, the Seattle Seahawks. The main question is, who will the Seattle Seahawks take with the 32nd pick in the draft?
He never led Auburn in sacks, but you're betting on the upside here and developing into that Trayvon Walker like you're talking about, because you can see it. There are plays out there on tape where you're like, okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. It just didn't happen on a consistent basis.
How about Michael Williams playing for Robert Saleh in San Francisco? That long, really good run defender on the edge. Similar type of player here. Remember Jalen Walker's a little bit of that rejection would become a pass rusher. Going to Atlanta and doing that last year out of Georgia. I think this kid is dynamite. And when you talk to people down there at Auburn and talk to people around that program, they cannot say enough good things about him. They love and who he is and what he's about. And that's something Tennessee definitely needs. And by the way, Jeffrey Simmons endorses this pick.
I bet he does. And I just love seeing the ecstatic look of relief, right? He's been waiting 30 picks to hear his name. He's wondering, am I gonna hear my name tonight? And I want it, who wants me? And then it seems like, well, straight back into the first round for you. And Robert Saleh is the one that's basically,
All right, so the Seahawks decided to make a pick instead of trading back. So with the last pick of the 2026 NFL draft,
To put speakers in the back of the truck, still you're too young. All right, disruptive upfield. When you watch this dude, these are some of the flashes that you do see. Want to see more of it off the edge. Yeah, that length, he's very long. Want to see him use that length a little more consistently. I thought it showed up a little bit better when he rushed inside with that length. But here he is again, wrapping around blocks and making plays. And then the effort is always there. You see it with his ability to chase and make plays. Here he is.
against Mendoza. Back in the old Cal days for Mendoza. He got hit a bunch in that ball game. Mendoza didn't have Omar Cooper on the outside. Back in those days.
A little bit different back then.
First and 31st overall picks in the 2026 draft meeting in the pocket back in that day. We've got the final pick of the draft, night one, coming up.
You said in kindergarten that you wanted to play in the NFL. Tonight, that dream becomes a reality. How would you describe it?
I don't even know what I'm feeling right now. I'm like, I don't even know. I'm happy.
You should be happy, and your versatility is a defining feature of your game, your ability to line up inside and outside along the D line. And how do you think Robert Saleh can get the best out of you?
Just by putting in what we need to win, and then using me all across the D line. This is what I do, and this is how I play.
Congratulations.
Yes, man. Thank you.
All right. The Seattle Seahawks pick is in.
Seahawks final pick of night one is in. The pictures we've seen tonight.
The Seattle Seahawks pick is officially in. It is the last pick of round one of the 2026 NFL Draft.
So the defending Super Bowl champs stuck and picked, and we will find
The Seahawks defeat the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Seahawks, for beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Hallelujah. The Patriots. All right. Let's get the final pick going here. All right.
It's such a screaming need that sometimes it just fits. And this just seems to be the one for me right here. Because remember, Charbonnet is coming up with a knee injury late in the season, so he may not be ready to go.
And the Super Bowl MVP.
As we conclude round one of the 2026 NFL Draft, we're proud to continue recognizing our long-standing partnership with Make-A-Wish this World Wish Month. I'm thrilled to be joined by Dylan, a huge fan of the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
Seattle Seahawks. Roger Goodell is on the podium about to announce the Seattle Seahawks pick. He's having someone announce the pick, someone from Make-A-Wish Foundation, which I think is incredible, giving people, kids, people, adults, wherever are eligible for Make-A-Wish. I think it's incredible that these people are being given the opportunity to achieve their dreams.
With the 32nd pick in the 2026
Okay, with the 32nd pick in the 2026. Okay, let me start over. With the 32nd pick in the final pick of round one of the 2026 NFL Draft, the defending Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks select Jadarian Price, running back, Notre Dame. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up round one of the NFL Draft. Well, let's talk about the draft in overall. So, as we all know, the Las Vegas Raiders picked quarterback Fernando Mendoza. Everybody knew that was going to happen for the last couple of months. The biggest question was, who were the Jets going to do with the second pick? And they ended up picking pass rusher David Bailey from Texas Tech over Arvell Reese of Ohio State. Arizona Cardinals the draft basically started with the Arizona Cardinals because there were a lot of speculation of Cardinals staying put or trading back, and the Cardinals decided to pick running back Jeremiah Lev, the best offensive playmaker in the entire draft class. The biggest surprise of the night, I will say, would be Titans picking wide receiver Carnell Tate from Ohio State with the fourth pick. And I'm going to go with the Rams selecting the quarterback in the first round. The Rams, they got Matthew Stafford. They restructured his contract, gave him a contract extension, whatever. But they drafted Ty Simpson in the first round, which I'm kind of surprised. Minnesota Vikings, another pick. That I'm surprised. They made Caleb Banks, I think. I did not expect Caleb Banks to be drafted in the first round. I thought he had a lot of medical concerns. Also, the Detroit Lions selecting offensive tackle Blake Miller from Clemson. I think he's a good player, but I don't think he was worth a first rounder in my opinion. I think he was more of a second rounder. And overall, I would say it was a good night. A good night for the draft. I want to talk about the Giants before I leave here. What I think of the draft tonight and moving forward. So tonight the Giants selected Arvel Reese, pass rusher from Ohio State with the fifth pick, and offensive lineman Francis Maligoa from Miami. I love those picks. I will tell you that. I love both of those picks because the Giants addressed major needs with those two picks and it just made the team better. Arvel Reese, the Giants just announced that they plan to plug him in into the inside linebacker position next to Tremaine Edmonds, who the Giants signed with a 3-year deal in the offseason. So the Arvel Reese is going to be plugged as an inside linebacker, where he will be responsible for trying to stop the run for us. But also, the plan is to move him all over the field. Move him all when the pass rushers go, then Arvel Reese goes. So I love the pick. I love the pick. Let's talk about the Arvel. No, let's talk about the offensive tackle guard. Francis Maligoa from Florida. I love the pick. There were medical concerns. Yes, sure. But I love the pick because he's such a bully on the offensive line. He will punish the defenders and that the running back get past him. He will punish them so hard you can't feel it. So again, I love the picks tonight, and I look forward to tomorrow, round 2 and 3. The Giants have only one pick tomorrow, which is the second round pick, the 37th pick. There are so many ideas, players the Giants can choose from. But if I were the Giants, I would trade back from 37 and get more picks. So, anyways, I just want to thank you guys for watching the live stream tonight. This was the first time, and I would like your opinions on how I did. So I want to thank you all for joining the live stream, and maybe I'll do another live stream tomorrow for rounds 2 and 3. Thank you very much, everyone.